We're live. Very quick question, Andy McLeish. Why did you say to Cy Reynolds bionics? We need to know for a reason.
Yeah.
If you can just say why you said bionics, because not that we can go into it here live on telly, but we need to know. Anyway, yes, welcome one and all. This is very, very strange timing that you did there, Andy. Anyway, yes, welcome one and all. It is Warhammer Sunday. Yes, welcome. At that time of the week when we sit round and build some, paint some Warhammer goodness, and just basically talk rubbish for 2 or 3 hours. Again, as always, a bit later than usual because I'm working around Mama Fox's random schedule. So apologies if you're still missing it starting at 3 o'clock. Don't know how long we'll go on for. We'll go on for as long as we can. I need to go and make dinner at some point, obviously, so not too long. But yes, welcome. As always, before we get going, it is not just me, of course, it is myself and my very good friend, Colin, from Festa 67's workshop.
Hello, gang. How you doing, folks?
And secretly in the background, which you can only access, if you want to see him, you've got to use the Konami code, right, to get him to pop into vision. But secretly in the background, there's a Cy Reynolds.
Yeah. That's not true. If you can see me, by clicking the secret membership button to become a member of this channel.
I like that.
He's good, isn't he?
And what you do is when you do that button, you can get to go into the 24/7 hangout, and you get to see a picture of Cy Reynolds in his special pimp outfit.
Yeah. It's like the BBC Red button, but for model making guru.
Yeah, it's the BBC Red button, but it's better for me. Yeah. So yes, welcome to you too. Before we get going, as always, big shout outs to the people that make this content possible. My corporate supporters, emodels.co.uk and goblingaming.co.uk, your one-stop shops for all your model making and tabletop gaming needs. Links to them in the description below. Make sure you use those links rather than just going to their website, because those links specifically tell them I sent you, and I get some scratch from that, so make sure to use those links. And of course, my patrons, and as Si said, my channel members who support the channel directly. They literally pay my wages. They make all this content possible. They make it possible for this channel to stay alive and for me to do this as a living. So big thank you to them. If you want to become one of them, their patrons or members, you can either go to patreon.com/modelmakingguru and become a patron, or you can click on the join button like Si said to become a member. You get loads of free stuff, and you get access to the live 24/7 Zoom hangout and the associated Facebook chat group. And don't forget, of course, it's not just me. You can also support, I know we're on my channel, but you can also support Colin and his channel on Patreon by going to patreon.com/Festa67's workshop and pressing the join button on his content so you can become a member of his channel and support him as well.
Exactly.
Cy Reynolds does bugger all, so we don't care. Anyway, but moving on. No, he hasn't got a channel yet, so there you go.
That's outrageous.
He hasn't yet filmed any painting tutorials, even though he's the best painter of everyone we know.
Why is that, Fox? Why is he the best painter?
Because he's done it professionally, literally, and he's won 2 awards, you know.
Oh, really? I never knew that.
Not 1 award, not 3 or 4 awards, not 3 awards. 4. No, but 2. He's won 2 awards.
I can feel that cough that I've had recently coming back.
So as the designated best and most professional painter amongst all of us, he's filmed no video tutorials at all. So he'll get on that at some point.
Yeah. Allegedly.
He does have plans. And then you can support him on Patreon. And he'll give us the money. Because we need it more. Anyway, moving on. So welcome to Warhammer Sunday. Colin, how the devil are you, my friend?
I am fine and dandy, mate. Yourself, buddy.
I am also dying and fandy. Yes.
Yeah, fine and dandy, oh, mate.
What have you been up to, buddy?
What have I been up to?
What have you been doing?
I've slapped a bit of lead belcher on that boy and matte coated it.
Ooh, good lad.
I've got the E-model Suzuki that I'm mid-building over the way.
Aye.
I've been doing a Ninja.
Hang on, let me put you
down
full. I'm
there.
not even put you full screen. Hang on, press a button.
What an amateur.
Oh, look at that motorbike.
Yeah, so that's just dry fitted at the moment. That's now going to have all the panels removed so that they can be 2K cleared.
That looks gorgeous, even though I don't understand motorbikes.
Yeah, and that's then going to be super shined. And then I've got me digger that I've been building with Dave.
Digger.
And then a 3D printed Mad Max figure that I've just started to base with different primers ready for painting.
That face looks fantastic.
So, yeah, quite a bit going on in Festa Towers, mate.
It's quite a good facsimile of Mel Giblet as well. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's not too bad, mate, considering that the film was early 80s, so yeah.
Yeah, although from that angle he looks just like Harrison Ford, which is really weird.
Yeah, and it's the dog. The dog is so dog meat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's dog meat. Hello, goosey goo. Well, if you play Fallout 3, when you get round to it, dog meat is actually a blue healer.
Yeah.
With 2 different coloured eyes, like blue healers have.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You've been a busy butty, haven't you?
I have. That's what I've been up to, mate. So
well,
yeah.
In contrast, I've done bugger all.
Useless.
And I'm the one that does nothing.
I've not had. I've been looking after Mama Foxx. So I haven't been able to get to the bed. I have done chipping.
You are going to run out of being able to use the Mama Foxx excuse before.
I can't. She's not been well this week. I've had to look after her. But I have done some chipping. I've finished the chipping on the Macharius. I have actually finished the initial base colour chipping. He says a lot of words to shut them all up. So that bit's done. So I have done that.
Put yourself full screen to show your wares.
I'm going to.
Come on.
I'm going to.
Not only have you chipped that tank this week, though, Foxx, sorry, you've also chipped a mini statue downstairs.
Yeah, I might have done that. I might have done that a bit. I might have accidentally. When I just before we went live, I scooted when we were on the pre-roll, which only 5 minutes. I scooted downstairs really quickly to get a secret bonus Mama Foxx hug before I went live, just to remind her to make herself a cup of tea because she'll forget otherwise. While we're doing a stream, so I went downstairs and said hello, waved and put my arm out and knocked a little cheap resin statue off the mantelpiece. So I've got to fix that later.
Yeah, Mama Fox's most prized ornament, that was. She's downstairs sobbing. And what did he do? Yeah, sob to yourself because I've got to go live, Mum. I'll deal with it later.
No, actually, I said to her, I've knocked that thing off. She said, what was that? I said, I knocked that statue off. She went, oh. Mama said. Yeah. So it's not her most prized possession, let's leave it at that. So yes, anyway, I have done the chipping. The initial green base coat chipping is done. I've now got to do decals and some other bits and bobs, and then I can do more chipping because it's all about chipping.
It's all about the chipping. Get your chips here.
Get your
chips here.
What have you been doing, Si Reynolds?
Well, apparently nothing. I am still laying under this bus. You know, it's
it's good under there, isn't it?
It's nice and warm.
You don't get rained on.
No, I've just been doing more to Warboss Squighammer. Working out how I'm going to paint him.
See, if you'd prepared in advance, you could have taken some photos and shared them. But
well, I've already shared the photos I've taken, and he doesn't look any different.
Oh, okay.
All I've done is clean up parts.
So you've done nothing then, basically. Wait.
He's definitely keen on throwing you out under the bus, isn't he?
I'm getting all my mocking in now before everybody gets their mocking in on me later on. I'm just getting all mine out of the way.
Oh, poor Lammerkins.
I am.
Oh, you poor little love.
You see how he mocks the guests of the stream chat. I think it's outrageous, personally.
Yeah, because what was the first thing you said to Colin when he joined us backstage? That was a mocking statement, I think, Si Reynolds, wasn't it?
I don't remember that far back.
I've blinked since then.
I genuinely don't actually remember.
It was referenced to 3D print.
Oh yeah. Well, you know.
Oh, damn, your 3D printer's really loud. I remember because little bits of me died inside after you said it.
So Si Reynolds cannot say anything about mockery because the first thing he said to Colin was sheer mockery.
Because I was mocking Colin, who is also a guest on the stream. And as guests on the stream, me and Colin are here to bring variety and enjoyment to your stream.
I see. I see. Is that how it is?
Whereas as the host, you should be thankful and grateful to your guests.
So what you're saying is I'm the meat and two veg and you're the garnish.
But we're all made out of meat.
We are all made of meat.
Yeah.
If anybody knows what the made out of meat reference is, I recently sent a link to Saib with the video of they're made of meat, and it blew his mind completely, and he can't quite get around it now.
Yeah, it changed my life.
Yeah. When you finish watching here, just if you don't know what it is, go on YouTube and just look up "They're Made Out of Meat." It's a very short story play that was written about 20 years ago, and it's
but just search specifically on YouTube because I cannot guarantee what Google results you may find.
Yeah. Or if you want to put the link in chat, say you can do. I don't know, but yes, it blew Simon's mind. He can't quite get around it now. But yes. Anyway, so yes, that's what we're going to be doing. What are you doing while we're streaming today, Si? Are you doing anything, or just chat dolling, or are you working, or?
I'm chat dollying and just bringing my general awesomeness.
Multitasking, in other words, Si. Something that me and Foxx are useless at doing.
Wait, does that mean he's a lady?
Yes.
Oh.
He's a lady. He's a lady.
Poor Si. He's mocking you again, mate. You've done nothing wrong.
I know. It's outrageous.
It's unacceptable. Unpossible.
Anyway,
yes.
I'm going to read the chat.
Yes.
And
yeah, do your job. I mean, yes.
Well, job? Well, there should be a wage involved. If
Absolutely.
The wage is my respect and adoration. There you go.
I will pursue my volunteering charity work.
Yeah. Or as EA Games would say, your satisfaction and sense of achievement is all you need.
Well, indeed, yeah. Right, who we've got?
Yeah.
So we've got Lynn Dipple in the chat.
Hey, Lynn.
Hello, Lynn.
Who didn't give me hugs. She just gave you and Colin hugs.
Oh.
I'm outraged. But then Jeff made it up because Jeff came in and Jeff gave me exclusive hugs.
Oh. Wait, does he not give us hugs?
He might do later in the chat, but as of yet, he hasn't. So,
there's all kind of yin and yang going on there, isn't there?
Yep.
I don't know.
We've got Panzer in, who played the diplomatic card and just hugged everyone.
Do you mean he's being diplomatic?
He's just being nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I retract my prior statement because Lynn came back and gave both me and Panzer hugs.
Yay!
But as of yet, Jeff has not given anyone else hugs. So I'm still winning.
Not that Cy Reynolds is in any way monitoring any of this at all, but you know he's monitoring it.
No, it's in the notebook.
He's writing it down. Write that down.
Ross from the Fabulous Scale Model Ninja, who you should also go and check out on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Is in joining us. Hi, Ross.
Hello, Ross.
Hello, mate.
Hello.
And he's just finished the new layout of his man cave, which I'm sure may appear on his channel at some point. Maybe as a studio tour video. Cough, twink, cough.
You got a cough there, dude.
I told you it was coming back.
I hate to say this, but I misheard it and I thought you said twink. And that means a whole different thing.
This is a family-friendly show. Let's not go into that.
I don't need to discuss your weekend activities, but...
Then we've got Andy McLeish with us, who says hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Let me reiterate. So, Scale Model Ninja, Cy Reynolds, Festa 67 Workshop, Lynn Dipple, Panzercat, Candygram for Mongo, we all received hugs.
I'm seeing a name missing there.
I'm not.
I'm sensing the missing name in that list somewhere, perhaps.
And then, he did just app model making guru, Power Burke. So
that's acceptable.
I feel that we've discussed you being a Power Burke in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, but that's only so I can give him a return Squeezemo. So.
Okay, that's fair.
It's like a 1980s cop duo, Power Burke and Squeezemo.
Nice. We've got Adeptus Latrina with us. Good afternoon, buddy.
Hello, Adeptus. Hello, mate.
Paul Di Tommaso. Hi, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Scrolling down.
Scrolling.
Right.
And then the wonderful Muse is in to try and keep us all in check.
Oh, go on, Colin. You're allowed to do chat.
Yep, you can do chat.
Go on. Copy and paste. Paste even.
Go on.
Go on. You will.
I typey.
Ooh, I can hear you doing the typey.
Then then we've got Retro Rabbit Studios is with us. Hi, buddy.
Hello.
Guys.
And I think that might be everyone in chat.
It's one thing I can never...
Oh, no, we've got Dave. We've got Dave with us.
Hello, Dave. Hello, Dave.
I would like to point out, Dave has given me and Festa hugs, but no hugs to Foxx.
Wait.
So, good job, Dave. Good job, Dave.
Good. Do you know what have I done to deserve such shenanigans? I don't know.
You're mean to your guest hosts.
Mean?
Yep.
Mean? What is this? 1978 playground? Ooh,
Yep.
there's an alligator in here.
You know, guys. He said to me prior to the stream.
There we go.
That if I don't rigorously read out the chat, that he's gonna kick me midstream. Outrageous it was.
Yeah, that was bang out of order.
I said no such thing.
He said something very similar to Festa, but with more curse words, so I can't repeat it.
Yeah. Took me ages to clean the tears off my glasses.
Exactly.
Do you know?
That's all right.
I don't even know these people. I don't even know who these people are.
Well, you know, we just came along for the
Abuse.
The shigs and tiggles.
Shigs and tiggles.
Right. So, unfortunately, the Bobbins is not having a good day.
Oh.
He appears to have a major damp issue in the conservatory.
I had that once, but the doctor gave me some pills. It was fine.
But well, I hope you get it sorted ASAP, dude. Damp is never fun to deal with.
Yeah, no, I hope you do, mate. Get it done. Hopefully, it's just like a simple leak somewhere that they can fix, and not like something more, systemic.
Indeed.
Could well be if you've got louver vents where it joins the roof, where we've had the storms, it's blown water up the roof into the gully, and it's just run down the walls because ours did that.
Could be. We had a panic at one point because there was like a damp spot on the kitchen wall.
Yeah.
And we're like, what the hell is this? This is major structural or what? And it turned out all it was literally was the seal around the bath, the silicone seal around the edge of the bath, where the shower is, wasn't quite 100%. So a little bit of water was going down and just running, and it was like, oh, okay, we'll just fix the seal on that. There you go.
Yeah, because when we had ours fitted, the people that fitted it pointed out, don't use a jet wash on the glass roof because the pressure of the water, it'll fill the gullies up with water and it'll run down the wall inside. So
because it's not sealed, is it? It's
no, there's an air vent gap between it so that it can breathe.
So
it could be something as simple as that where we've had the storms this week, mate. Hopefully it is.
We've been quite lucky. The only actual storm damage we got to this house was on the wall at the side of the house where the kitchen is. There's obviously the tube from the washing machine that vents out, and it's got a little thing on the wall with a louvered vent. And I don't quite know how, but somehow it just fell out.
Yeah.
Just the little louvered plastic thing that sticks in the walls. Like, how did that even... How?
I just decided to vacate the property.
Yeah, because I went outside and I'm like, why is that on the floor? Oh, I'll just put it back. It's weird. It's very strange. Most peculiar. Excuse me.
So, it's time for the age-old question, folks.
Yes.
What's on your bench and what's in your belly?
I think and we've got a new question. It's, who is your father and what does he do?
And also, who is your father and what does he do?
Yes. Yeah, bench and belly, folks.
Not on a postcode, but please... Postcode?
Postcode?
Postcard. But please in chat.
Yeah, send your answers on a card to BBC Television Centre, London W12.
W12.
8QT.
And to reiterate, answers such as pizza are not acceptable. We need details. But just don't mention pancetta because Foxx will throw a wobbly. Yeah,
if you give half an answer like pizza or curry or something, then Si will just mock you mercilessly.
Yeah.
Because I might mock my guests, but Simon Reynolds will quite happily mock the viewers, which is even worse.
Well, yeah, that's you.
You're not going to deny it. You can't say that's not the case.
I'll mock it if it's Panzer. And that's acceptable.
Yeah, this is acceptable. So, are we up to date on the chat then, or is there more?
We are up to date on the chat. People are commiserating bobbins and hoping it's not too bad.
No. I did find...
And Andy McLeish randomly says, Pancetta!
Pancetta! You dishonor my family. I kill you now.
I'm still amazed that you are not familiar with different bacon products.
I'm familiar with all bacon products. I just didn't necessarily recognise the name of it.
Si, we've not even got on to teabag squeezers, have we, mate?
Well, I was going to leave that.
I do not use a teabag squeezer. I never have used a teabag squeezer. I'm a spoon.
Right,
I'm a spoon man.
Paul Di Tommaso, because I can't read out, has leftover pepperoni, green olive, and pizza for lunch, which has extra cheese on it. But he's not sure of what kit to work on. Give us some options, Paul. Maybe we can help you narrow down.
Maybe we can help you narrow down which Warhammer kit you need to work on.
Yes.
Or do like green olives, though. Oh, I could just go for a few olives right now.
Panzer, I nominate you for mockage because I know you can take it and give as good as you get.
Absolutely.
That's what she said.
I was about to say that as well.
Oh, we're so alike, you and I.
So Bobbins is out at an Italian restaurant tonight.
Oh,
Pizza
nice.
may be had, but he can't report on toppings yet because he's unsure. But toppings will be had.
See, I've always found whenever you go to an Italian restaurant, the pizzas are always a bit gash, and I always prefer just a mound of pasta-based food. Because I'm so used to, like, the pizzas you get from your local swarthy Turkish kebab shop, that when you get to a restaurant and they give you this little crinkly, thin, depth, crispy thing, I'm like, nah, I need substance.
I'd say, are you a proponent of a thicker base?
Yeah, big thick base. And I must admit, I have been spoiled by the crappy American pizzas to have stuffed crusts.
See, I'm more of a fan of a thin and crispy style pizza, personally.
Well, this is the weird thing, because all our local swarthy kebab shops, they don't do big thick pizzas, they do thin crust. But they do it in such a way that it's not like a piece of, it's not like a kitchen tile that snaps in your mouth. It's like soft and squishy. So they're kind of nice. So I don't mind theirs, but I've been spoiled by the swarthy Turkish pizzas to not enjoy the proper Italian pizzas anymore. So I just have to have a mound of pasta-based stuff.
Well, a mound of pasta is never a bad thing.
No. That's weird.
Lynn has got 2 blueberry muffins and with some milk in the belly, and on the bench / TV she's got Lego Minios. I'm assuming that's a Lego line, and on the main bench she's got Lego Dino fossils, which sound really cool. I like the idea of a Lego fossil. Anything
dinosaur. I remember my friend one year got me he got like a silly birthday present, because we used to get each other silly things. And it was a block of plaster of Paris. And you get this block of plaster of Paris and some little simple tools. And what you have to do is chip the plaster of Paris away, because in the middle is a fossil, like a plastic fossil.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And I was
my
like,
dad had one of them.
And I was like, that's brilliant. That's great. I've just discovered.
That does sound pretty cool.
I've just discovered something really rubbish.
Did you do a Phil Harding voice while she was doing it?
There you go, Tony. Look at that. Now you got a bone sticking out. I've just put this decal on here.
Yes.
And the edge of that decal lines up perfectly with the edge of that plate there, so it's a nice diamond shape and straight. Except the plate on this side isn't the same angle. So if I line up the decal with the angle of the plate, it's not vertical. So arse.
Yeah, that is quite annoying. That's mildly infuriating.
Yeah, I'm going to have to just move both decals now, because I can't do that. I can't have that. That's not the decal's fault. It's the shape of the. Oh, that's frustrating. That is.
His OCD's kicking in.
Well, you know exactly what I mean. You'd be the same. You'd be like, oh, I can't.
That would bend me right out of shape. I'm mildly infuriated just looking at it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, and that's just. It's more because it means the design isn't consistent of the tank. It's
or the
not
mould.
Yeah.
But I think it's very inherent of the Imperium and mass-produced tanks.
Yeah.
You know?
Such inaccuracies.
I guess it does make sense, but it's still hella annoying.
Yeah, it just means that when they made this thing, whoever made it, whether it was CAD or whether it was like built out of stuff and then moulded, that angle isn't the same on this side as it is on the other side. That's really quite frustrating. Oh, I don't mind asymmetry, but not accidental asymmetry like that. I just no. So now I've got to put it on the side where it's boring. Well,
So we've got
actually, you know what I could do? Oh.
You could do that, but check the angle on the other side
Yeah,
first.
I'm just thinking that. It almost fits.
Andy McLeish has got homemade chili,
Ooh.
which consists of mince, I'm assuming beef, chopped tomatoes, kidney beans, chili powder, red peppers, and courgettes. That sounds pretty good.
No, it's not straight on the other side. Can't do it.
God damn it. Lynn points out that it was a Minions Lego kit, a brick head. So they're like I've seen the brick heads. They're like 4-inch tall
Minifigs.
Funko Pops made out of Lego.
Oh, okay.
So they've got like the over exaggerated head, etc.
Yeah, I knew a girl like that one.
But
I can't say I'm satisfied with it being in this top right corner, but it'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
I am partially confused by Ross at Scale Model Ninjas. So in his belly, he's got ham with salt and vinegar crisps, and he's got a Harry Potter diamond art on the bench. But he starts his comment with "Father dead." I hope you haven't lost someone today, Ross. But if you have,
Father Ted,
my
perhaps.
condolences. Yeah, probably.
Well, why would you start with Father? I hope it
I
just
don't
means
know. That's why I need an expansion on that comment.
we need to clarify that before we start making comments of a slightly humorous
Indeed.
nature, because we might not want to.
Model Maker Dave has got fish fingers, chips, hash browns, onion rings,
Fried
Yorkshire
onion
puddings,
rings.
and bread and butter and brown sauce. That sounds very much like a Foxx meal.
This sounds most acceptable.
Fish fingers, chips, hash browns, onion rings.
Yeah.
So it's all of the carbohydrates in the world.
That's if that was my meal, it would be whatever was in the freezer that takes note that doesn't need to be defrosted, all on one plate.
Yeah, it sounds eclectic, but also good.
It's like, I'm really hungry, but I don't want to defrost anything, so what? I've got some fish fingers. That's all the things that don't need to be defrosted.
Panzer nominates you for special mockage.
Me?
Foxx.
You don't have to be nominated for that. It's just the state of affairs, that is.
Well, that's true. Paul D. Tommaso recently tried pea meal bacon. That sounds interesting. I'm assuming that was one of the meat-free alternatives that are on the market nowadays.
Yeah, because that's what the McPlant is. It's like pea and bean protein.
Yes. So in Panzer's belly, he has got bacon and egg rolls with coffee to wash it down. The bench is still upstairs. Father like mother, unknown. But I'm guessing not a millionaire. This could be conversation from the 24/7 hangout, which of course you can get access to if you become a member or a patron of Fox's or Colin's channel. Do it now.
Here all week.
Here all week. The bobbins is off. See you later, dude.
See you later,
I hope
Bobbins.
you get your nap sorted.
Thanks for coming in, matey.
Marcy has spammed you with some emotes that I don't know quite what they represent, Cole, so you'll have to look at the chat.
Yeah, Uggage. Yeah, cheers, Muse.
Where's that?
Fourth message from the bottom on the live chat.
Yeah, I did type
they're
in.
hugs.
I did type in further up. I'm sure I did.
Can I just point out that Rabbit did try the Konami code in chat earlier on. He says, didn't work, but I got 99 lives.
Oh,
Nice.
good man.
Right, so we've got a kit selection from Paul D. Tommaso.
Oh, jolly good.
So, he's got a Razor Wing jet fighter, a Death Killer War Trike. So a Razor Wing is it's a Death Angels fighter.
Oh yeah. Is it the one with the no glass in the cockpit kind of scenario, which is really weird?
I think it might be.
It's the one that's always hanging off the ceiling of a Games Workshop store for some reason.
Yeah. He's got a Death Killer War Trike ready for paint. He also has a Polar Lights 1966 Batmobile.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
The Polar. I already know. I already know what you're gonna pick before I mention this next kit.
Well, you ask Colin first and see what he wants to do first.
Okay. Well, he's got everything up to then. Then he's got a Polar Lights USS Defiant. He's got a Tamiya Sea Harrier and a destroyed Phalanx, which I think is a scenery kit.
Me, I'd go for the war trike myself, but
The Phalanx, the Destroyer Phalanx, is a Macross thing, I think.
Okay. What would you pick out of those, Foxx?
So what did you say, Cole?
I'd go for the war trike.
Ooh, I thought you'd go for the Batmobile, to be perfectly honest. I would go for... See, here's the thing. In terms of bigilosity and sizeitude, the Defiant is a nice big kit. If it's the same as the old AMT one, Revell one, it's a big kit and it's a big kit and it's not got a lot of parts.
I presume it is because it is the old Polar Lights.
Yeah.
Which did Revell not buy the mould for? I think.
I don't know, but the original Defiant model kit was absolute bish because it didn't go together very well. Or it did, but you had to do a lot of correction work, and you had to get things to replace the intakes because they were a bit. Yeah, it was all right, but it was big. So I don't know. I'd be tempted to say the Defiant, just because if you do it well, if you battle through it and get some of the photo etch, it can look really quite impressive.
So my question, I would combat your question, your list with the question, Paul. I would say, what are you in the mood to do? Are you in the mood for like a full build from start to finish, or are you in the mood to paint straight away? What are you in the mood to do?
Yeah.
Paul also says it's the newer, smaller snap kit of the Defiant.
Oh, in that case, I'd go for the Batmobile. Because it's the Batmobile. I know it's the 1966 Batmobile, but it's still an iconic car. I'm not going to mock that.
So, Andy McLeish has got a question for you, Colin.
Yeah, what's up?
So, he is about to order a Mars 2 Pro.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on a cure station that he should look at?
Yeah, I used the Elegoo Cure Station, and it's on my website in my Amazon store.
I see what you did there.
Good, wasn't it? You'll see there's one for the Saturn, which is the Mercury Plus, but I used the one that's next to the Elegoo Mars Pro, mate. I'll soon let you know the name of it because I shall go onto my own website.
I'm already on it, Carl. Already on it, mate.
Yeah.
I'd send you to my Amazon store, but I don't think I've got that in there, so there's no point going to my store.
That's printer, that's printer, that's printer. Oh no, that one. Bonk.
Bonk.
So, Colin would suggest this one, Andy. It's the Elegoo Mercury Plus 2-in-1 wash and curing machine.
That's the one. That's the one I use every day.
Is it me, right? But is it... Does anybody else find it really weird when the word machine is used nowadays?
No.
For something that's not, like, made out of steel and uses oil and stuff. Because to me, machine is it's very Industrial Revolution Victorian. If something's, like, described as a such and such machine, I always expect it to be, like, made of, like, pistons and flywheels and oil.
So,
and...
I do in the context of machine learning. Because
I don't mean in software. I mean in physical terms of hardware.
No, but I find it just as weird in terms of machine learning because obviously it's a form of artificial intelligence. It is not a machine.
It's just I don't know. I just find the word machine very. I always think of it as like, you know, steampunky pistons and I don't know. It's just really weird. My brain thinks what? Very quaint.
So Andy says, funnily enough, he was looking at that one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you've all seen the quality of Colin's prints.
Yeah.
So I would definitely go by that. Paul D. Tommaso says he can only brush paint at the moment. So
Okay,
if
don't
you
go
can
anywhere
only-
near the Batmobile then.
Yeah, if you can only
Warboss
trust,
strike.
yeah, definitely go for the
War
war
boss. War boss. Agreed. All round agreement from all sides there.
Primetime Modelling has joined us in chat. Good afternoon, buddy.
Hey,
Hello,
buddy.
Philip. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, you don't want to go anywhere near any kind of brush painting with vehicles. It's just you may as well just put the kit in the bin if you do that.
Well,
I mean like shiny cars. I don't mean like.
You can achieve results, such as James from JC Bricks and Builds, but it's a lot more effort.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If it's
so.
but if it's something that's meant to be nice and shiny like the Batmobile, then yeah, you don't want to brush paint that.
It's at that time in the afternoon as well, chat, where I harangue you for likes on the stream to potentially promote the stream to new people. We've currently got 16 likes and 25 people watching.
As a mercenary, I fully support any promotion that costs me nothing.
Yeah, if we can get up to let's say 22 likes.
We should
that
have,
would be
I
awesome.
think, 25 people watching at the minute, according to
Yeah,
Streamlabs.
I'm being generous. And if you
YouTube might be more accurate.
If you are watching on Facebook or a TV, you can always quickly open up YouTube on your phone, guys, and just like the stream. That'd be awesome.
Yee.
He's
Yeah.
good, isn't he?
Yeah, do like so. We've got like 50 views and 700 likes. That'd be fantastic.
Well, that would certainly promote it. That'd be awesome.
If you could just send a message to all your friends and family and just say, quickly go on and what, and yeah, thanks.
I have just opened it on my phone. Oh, I need to mute my phone. Ah!
Doodle-doo-doo-doodle-doo. Right, I've done 4 decals. Get me.
Oh, definitely,
I'm
James.
impressed.
I'm all about the subtle pimpage, my dude. And not so subtle pimpage as well.
Yes. Subtle.
So, Paul Di Tommaso also has the option of an original Marquet kit. Now,
A what?
a Marquet kit.
Machine and Krieger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've never built a Machine Krieger kit, but they always look very intriguing to me. If you can't decide, Paul, put all your options into a randomizer and essentially just flip a coin.
I would say just go with whichever one you think looks the coolest. If you're really stuck.
That's always a good option.
Obviously, just limit it to ones that you think you can brush paint. I mean, with the Machine and Krieger, with that kit, there's a lot more potential for weather in there. I mean, you can weather the war trike, but Machine and Krieger always look like well-used war machines.
Yeah, they're
See, if you're in a weathering mood, go for the Marquet.
Indeed.
Machine and Krieger.
I thought I'd summoned Lynn the other day when I spoke about Lynn Dipple, and now I'm almost certain that I summoned James from JC Bricks and Builds because he suddenly popped up in chat. So
how did you summon him? With what discussion of what?
Well, I subtly pimped his channel and then he appeared.
Oh right, I see what you mean. You have the gift.
Size the people whisperer.
Can you subtly make another 20,000 viewers appear so I can get a load of money?
Oh, I mean, I can try.
That'd be rather exceptional.
If every John Smith in the world could suddenly just start watching the stream at the same time, that would probably equate to a fair amount.
You can get a load of really important, influential model making type people to appear. That'd be great. Yeah. Nobody can see a thing I'm doing because I'm kind of.
If you don't know if you're in the painting mood, Paul, I'd say pick something to build.
Yeah. And if you're not really in a building mood or a painting mood, then basically Xbox.
Yeah.
I saw what you did there.
Yeah. I'm not really in a building mood while I'm painting. I don't want to paint either. Okay, how about Xbox? Okay.
Other gaming consoles or PCs, which are vastly superior in every single way, shape and form to an Xbox, are available.
I would say get the Xbox.
Indeed, Ross, there is not wrong with hairy sticks to do shiny builds, but they do generally take more work than an airbrush.
I'm getting these decals perfectly lined up, and then as soon as I try and squish them with the cotton bud, they'll go all squidgy.
But what I would say, actually, Paul, is if you do go off and play your Xbox, make sure you keep the stream on your phone just so you can hear us rambling.
Yeah,
why not?
Obviously that was implicit, that you need to keep the stream active and keep watching that. It's like when I watch, you know, other people's streams, like when I'm watching Colin streams, I've always got the Xbox on while I'm watching. Because I can't do work while I'm watching somebody else's stream, because then I can't keep an eye on the chat. But if I can play Xbox, because I've got the chat right in front of me, so whenever I'm like in the chat, say on one of Colin's streams, you can guarantee I'll be doing something on the Xbox.
Yeah, you see, I learnt very early, a couple of weeks ago, that I would do no work when I was chat dollying, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Panzer would like to point out that all of the John Smiths in the world are probably in cheap hotel rooms right now. And they're definitely not watching YouTube. That may be true, Panzer. That may be true.
I don't get it.
Oh,
I get it. I suddenly get it.
Oh my God.
Are you there? You're there.
He doesn't get out a lot, does he?
No, I suddenly get it. I'm thinking. I'm falling out the stream is what I'm doing. La 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 la.
That's cool.
Well, they didn't fix that then, did they?
No, they didn't fix that. Have you seen Colin's little Grogu? It's so
I beg your
cute.
pardon?
Look at it!
I know Colin, but who's the bestest of aliens? I still think Grogu's a terrible name.
You got that one?
Oh my God, that's cute.
Have
Have you got one where he's drinking out the little bowl of soup?
No, I haven't.
Oh, we've
That
got a
is
frog
not-
in his mouth.
That is probably my favourite scene in all of The Mandalorian, when he's just chilling there with his little bowl of soup, just watching chaos unfold.
Oh, yeah. Oh, when he's fighting, what's her name? Isn't he fighting Fennec Shand at one point? Who's he fighting? Somebody?
Yeah, so Mando is fighting, I'm pretty sure it was Fennec.
Was it Fennec or was it the racist right-wing lady that got fired? I can't remember.
What is it? Cara Dune?
I don't know. She was
No,
horrible.
no,
I
it's
couldn't
not
stand her
Cara Dune.
anyway, but she was.
But yeah, she was fighting someone, and then you just saw Grogu, Baby Yoda at the time.
Oh yeah, just sitting there
chilling.
watching.
Yeah, with a bowl of soup. But yeah. You need to print one where he's sitting in his little pod on the starfighter, just tapping the window with the little to go faster, because that was cool.
Oh, with the gear knob thing.
Yeah.
I saw a comment that said, "Why did they put him in that bit?" And I'm thinking, "You puppeteer, you moron."
No, indeed. Plus,
Also,
I mean, come
really
on.
small
it was-
cockpit.
There was only like there was only ever one reason that droid port got converted,
Yeah.
but you know.
Is
Yes,
it weird that
was-
in my
it
head
was
right now I've
thoroughly-
got that tune going, Baby Yoda, riding on a pig, Baby Yoda. Nobody
a little
gets.
bit.
I bet you don't get that, do you? Nobody get that reference?
I saw a brilliant. I know you don't do TikTok, but you're just gonna have to listen.
I don't understand TikTok.
I saw it was a brilliant TikTok of an old gentleman on a disability scooter.
Yeah.
And he was mocking that the scene where Boba was trying to teach the Tuscans how to ride a speeder.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, so you push forward to go forward, you pull back to slow down, like a bantha. But it was brilliant. It was brilliant.
I guess you had to watch it, huh?
Well, I would show you, but you don't really do meme culture because you're old. So
I do meme
no.
culture, but you know,
But that's a very big meme at the moment.
I don't understand TikTok. I have no knowledge of TikTok.
But you'd get the meme.
I'd get the meme, yeah.
You'd get.
Oh, this decal is vexing me.
You'll get there in the end, Si. It's a challenge.
Yeah. TikTok. You should do TikTok, Foxx. It's great.
Do you do
short-form
TikTok,
content.
Cole?
No.
There you go then. Shut up.
We
Yeah,
should
but I
both
am-
do TikTok.
I am officially very old.
So am I.
But if you both did TikTok, it's just like YouTube Shorts, and we all know how big YouTube Shorts are in the algorithm.
Yeah, do you know what I think when I see a YouTube short? Kin portrait mode, get out. That's what I think.
But that's why you have TikTok.
I refuse to watch them.
For portrait mode.
I refuse to do anything in portrait mode.
But it could
Portrait mode is for heathens.
It could be a new stream of income.
No.
Oh, now he's listening.
How do you make money? Do you make money on TikTok?
Yeah, millions.
Is it monetized or is it just you get people to influence nonsense?
No, it's monetized.
Ah, he's interested now.
I've got enough social media to update. Thank you very much. Don't forget though, Cole. To Simon, we are both ancient dinosaurs.
Oh, absolutely. But then I do agree. But then Si is approaching our age anyway.
He's what is he like? 58, 59?
58.
58, yeah.
Well, exactly.
58 going on 7. Cowbag.
TikToks are not little minis. Pat, I'm getting rinsed in chat now.
Oh, they picking on you, Si. Don't let them, mate.
I am sorry for trying to widen the horizons of the financial gains of my friends.
Absolutely. You was only at our best interests at heart, didn't you,
Indeed. And so TikTok may be systematically rotting the brains of the Western world one idiot at a time, Andy. But I am happy to have my brain rotted away. It's fine.
Yeah, but is it not 99% annoying, shouty people that would be an influencer in another life and are just like loud American types that you just want to punch?
Well, it might be initially.
Which is why I hate Instagram influencers, because they're all morons.
It might be initially when you first install it, but as soon as you started to like posts and whatnot, and the algorithm tunes to your the kind of things you like to watch. Like mine is pretty much entirely
porn,
like mini related TikToks.
Did we both just say porn at the same time?
We did.
Yeah, we did.
Good lad.
You know, there might be some first traps in between the models, but they're there. You know, it's what it is.
I like to follow models for now.
I desperately hope that I don't need to explain what a first trap is to either of you, because I'll have to do that off stream.
I have no idea what a first trap is. Is this one of these young people phrases that I'm not familiar with?
Yes.
Okay.
Notice how I'm just staying stony silent here.
Yeah, so Colin is well aware of what a first trap is. That much is evident.
Is it like clickbait?
That would be an ecumenical matter.
Is it like a Rick roll?
I will say to you that it's clickbait with nudity. We'll just go there. And
so it's just porn clickbait. It's honeypot type stuff. Okay, there you go.
It's like them really annoying thumbnails you see, and you think, oh, that looks interesting, and it bears no resemblance to what you watch.
Oh yeah. Which is why in my list of blocked YouTube channels, you know, like you can say block it from search and stuff, is any and all top 10 list type channels, because they because they're always crap, but B, because they always have the thumbnail that's got nothing at all to do with. You get the thumbnail. I want to know about that, but then it's not actually in there.
And it's not in there. Yeah. Yes, Muse. Foxx does need to get out more, but you know
why.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, well, ask Muse.
What is out there?
Well, indeed.
Knowledge.
I don't need no stinking knowledge, senor.
Yes, so Andy, that is true. TikTok in America shows idiocy at its finest. But idiocy is also quite funny to watch at times.
Because you have to keep in mind that every time I see like a loud, shouty, annoying, vapid, self-obsessed, pointless, mouth-breathing influencer type, I just want to punch them and I get angry. So I have no desire to voluntarily watch.
I don't really watch those kind of people.
No, I just hate them. And you know what? My latest thing that I really can't stand, and I don't watch them, but Mama Foxx, because she just spends all day on Facebook, on her iPad, quite happily, thank you. She'll just watch anything. There seems to be this trend of basically they'll do a video, and it's them talking to camera, talking about a Karen video, So they're showing a Karen video, but this the person is on camera talking about it and discussing it, and it's like, what? But they're always like really loud, shouty American women.
Oh, so they're just trying to make money off of other people's content.
Yeah, so it's basically, here's a Karen video that you've all seen 1,000 times, but I'm going to be in front of it, superimposed, discussing it and pausing it as we go along, and it's like, really?
Yeah, but it's like there seems to be a massive trend on YouTube at the moment, and probably has been for ages.
Vapid content.
Reacting to other videos.
Reaction videos.
Oh, yeah.
That's
And
what I
it's
was
just
just
like,
about to say.
dude, you're literally reacting to someone else's content because you have no original ideas of your
Oh, yeah,
own.
This is someone reacting to hearing AC/DC Back in Black, and it's like,
No, there's three things that'll get that, you know, like, because you've got the option of like, never show me this channel again. One is a reaction video. One is a gormless thumbnail where you've got like oversized eyes or something really obvious, or you're doing an O face for something that doesn't deserve it. And the other one is something I've forgotten. I can't remember now. There's three things anyway. Whatever it was I said earlier on. But yeah, no, just oh yeah, top 10 list type channel. But yeah,
I'm sure they have been there since day one. Muse. It's just I see them a lot more recently.
But it's not because I think it's bad content. I mean, it is bad content and I hate them all completely, but it's more because they're making a fortune with just dross and drivel. These people that just talk over Karen videos, they're doing nothing of any value, and yet they're making a fortune, and there's people like us working hard to make content and making barely anything.
It's like there's a Warhammer rumour mill channel that I'm not going to name, but recently it's devolved into reacting to Warhammer reveals, and it's like, dude, I could just go and look at Warhammer community for myself. What I was interested in was the news and stuff that you had on rumours, but now I just can't stand it.
That reminds me of the there's a Warhammer, sorry, I've got a cough on me going on. There's a Warhammer lore channel that I can't stand because I love things like, you know, looting.
Yeah.
Because I love his in-depth discussions of things, and I've just started watching Voldemort's Guide to Warhammer Lore because he's got a fantastic voice, and he also does the Cronin the Cunning story. Cronin the Cunning. But I could listen to his voice all day. But there's one channel which right from the start I just it's basically Warhammer lore, but all he does is he just literally reads out Warhammer Wiki, either from Wikipedia or either he reads out Warhammer from Wikipedia, but more often than not he was just reading out 1D4chan, because he starts talking. I'm like, wait a minute, this sounds familiar, and you do a Google search for the exact words he just said, and it's just the 1D4chan word for word. It's verbatim. It's like, and I wouldn't mind, but he also reads like a moron anyway. So his entire channel was, I'm going to read out somebody else's content, but also I'm not very good at reading because I sound like this and I can't read. Oh God, I just blocked him. And that was his entire content. And it's like, you've got like millions of subscribers. Just, it makes me angry that people with no skill or ability or talent just milk the system like that, when people like us work hard to make content and just,
yeah, but that's the thing with YouTube, isn't it? It's the nature of the beast.
I hate just, I don't know, I can't stand mouth breathers.
Anyway, on to better things than mouth breathers.
I have to say in all transparency though, of course I did start reading all the books from Skyrim. But at least I have the ability to read in an interesting way, and it's actually labelled as me reading the books from Skyrim, so it's kind of obvious what I'm doing.
Well, yeah. Joel Grit has joined us in chat.
Hey, Joel.
Good afternoon, Joel.
Hello, Joel. How you doing, mate?
Yes, Andy. So Henry Cavill did go to Warhammer.
Oh, yes, he did, didn't he? Yes.
And something rather comical, well, I found it comical.
Oh, I thought, if you're going to say what I'm going to say, I think it's hilarious.
So, Peachy, who most people will know because obviously he's the main presenter of the Warhammer TV channel. That was his day off.
It was Duncan's best mate, isn't he, as well?
Yeah, and no one knew that Henry Cavill was going to go to Warhammer World. Supposedly, he just turned up, and it was Peachy's day off. So, yeah, that would suck.
He did a fantastic tweet where he took all the photographs of all the different people. There were loads of pictures of different people, like Darren Latham and stuff, posing with Henry Cavill. So Peachy took all these photographs, superimposed his head on everybody, and said, I had a great day today with Henry Cavill. And at the end, he's like, "Yeah, I chose the wrong day off, didn't I?"
Yeah, poor man, but you know,
I like Peachy.
It is what it is. He's got a good sense of humour, Peachy. He
I do
seems
like
like a
Peachy.
nice guy as well.
Yeah,
I never really spoke to him that much. I spoke to him a few times in passing, and said hello and whatnot, but I never got a sit down chat with him.
Yeah, I mean, you know, him and Duncan are the only two sort of painting guy presenters I can tolerate to watch, to be honest. Well, out of the four that they've had. And even then, I like Peachy, but sometimes his left-handed jabbity painting makes me a little bit, whoa, because he's got this real kind of like, and it's like, ooh, it's weird.
I think Duncan was the heart and soul of Warhammer TV, wasn't he? And Peachy was like his supporting act, and then Duncan bailed.
Yeah, well, he's his best mate in real life, so they're kind of best buds in real life. So, but yeah, I was quite surprised that I wouldn't be surprised if the Painting Academy gets good enough and makes enough money that he takes Peachy on. I reckon he will. If it starts making a decent money, I reckon he'll offer Peachy to go and join him.
Yes, Max McGinn has joined us in chat. Someone that's young enough to understand TikTok.
Hey, Max.
And he points out that there is a YouTuber that makes TikToks for Warhammer lore, just short form content, and he still reels in a ton of views and probably makes a fair bit of money on the platform.
Oh, probably. I need to clear my throat, one sec.
We are officially old, aren't we, by not having TikTok?
Well, you know,
God, that was hard.
it's not old. I just don't know. You might make a bit of money on it, you might not, but you'll never know until you try.
It just seems not relevant to my interests, really.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I'm not vapid. I'm not 12 years old. I'm not going, oh wow, look at my new shoes. Oh, it's not.
But you don't need to be. That's your entire perception of TikTok.
Yes.
But that isn't TikTok.
Well, the other thing is, of course, it's like it'd be yet another thing I'd have to update all the time, which I'd forget to update.
Well, no, it wouldn't, because you'd make content uniquely for TikTok.
Yeah, there's more content I need to make that I couldn't be asked to make. I had what's it called? The thing on Patreon where you can do little quick videos exclusive to it was called Lens, I think.
Yeah.
And you could just do little quick things on your phone and bang it straight up. You just like little, and I forgot. I just ended up not doing that ever because I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Never mind.
Yeah, a bit like Snapchat. Well, TikTok on Patreon, basically.
Yeah, you just do a little 2-minute video and stuff. But I'd never go around to doing that because I'd be like, I've just posted up this photograph and spent 20 minutes doing Facebook and Twitter and that. Yeah, I can't be arsed now.
Fair enough.
We're old. We don't understand. Get off my lawn. You rock and you roll and you hippity hop. Kids, I don't know.
Well, you can't say I didn't try.
You tried, Si. I'll give you
tried.
that.
I tried.
You tried and you failed.
I tried. But I will say there is as much vapid content on YouTube as there is TikTok. It's just that you've been using YouTube for a substantial amount of time now, so much so that the algorithm knows your preferences, so you just don't see the vapid content.
Oh, you do. You go into your subscription feed, and of course you see your subscriptions. But if you go into home, where you get the recommended feed, it's all just...
Oh, God, yeah.
That algorithm... Right, for some reason, I tend to get a lot of videos about Blender. I have no idea why, as I'm not involved in 3D graphics in any way, shape or form. I don't know why I get so many videos how to use Blender. What? I've not even... What? And I get a lot of videos about trains. What? Why am I getting videos about... I don't even...
He's a secret train spotter.
No, not... I just no idea.
I would imagine that the YouTube algorithm sees Blender as a sector of modelling.
Yeah.
And you probably watch a fair amount of modelling content.
Yeah, but that's 3D model. That's totally different now. It's not.
Well, you know it's different, but YouTube probably might not. It's just the way algorithms work.
Yeah, maybe.
It's all part of the same category that we post in.
And
How to and style.
So.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I can see that.
TikTok is an ideal way to waste an hour or two, assuming you have absolutely nothing else to do in the world, full of a world of things to do. Which is true.
But that's assuming that I have a tolerance for portrait videos, which I do not.
Well,
really, you conceal that well, Foxx.
I do, don't I?
Indeed.
I would never have guessed that, mate.
See, every time someone does a little YouTube short video, I just click past it. I'm not watching this in portrait. You can get to F. I'm not doing it. I'm not watching portrait content.
That's because YouTube wants to try and capitalise on the success of TikTok.
Yeah. And it's like, no, I'm not watching portrait rubbish. I'm sorry, but I refuse to. I'm not on a mobile phone. I'm on a widescreen monitor. I'm not watching a silly little postbox sideways nonsense. No, I'm not on a phone. I'm never going to watch video on a phone because I'm not 17 in a bus stop with a bottle of White Lightning. Thank you very much. Honestly, I don't know.
So you don't consume any media on your phone?
No, my phone is for text messaging and alarms and phone calls.
Okay. Well, you are in a very unique position in 2022 then.
Well, it's purely because if I want to consume media, it's either on my computer, because I'm there all the time, or my iPad, because I might be downstairs doing the washing up or something else, and I can do that. If I want to consume media when I'm on my phone, I'd be out and about. But if I'm out and about, I'm not watching a video on my phone. I'm doing something else about. So no, I barely even use the surf the web on my phone because it's too small and fiddly and nonsense. I've got an iPad and a computer for that.
Pretty much most of my YouTube viewing is done on my phone.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
But why? Because you've got a computer right there.
Yeah, I know, but I don't spend all day in the computer room, do I?
Yeah, true.
Whereas when I'm in here, I'm either streaming or editing video. That's what this rig's for. If I'm next door, I might just pick up the phone because, it's not exactly a small phone, is it? So
you've got
sit and watch a
phone.
YouTube video, or I'll watch it on the tablet. But it's very rare
that
I use the tablet for that because the tablet lives in here.
Yeah, I mean, I am sat by my computer pretty much all day. So if not on the computer, then in the same room as.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. In that you're in a relatively unique position in 2022.
Yeah.
There aren't that many people that are by a computer all day, every day.
Do you know the really weird thing?
Also, side note, do you not look at your phone when you're having a poo?
No, I go to the toilet, and then I come out of the toilet. And I do
Oh, no way, mate. I used to always take a newspaper, but now it's the phone.
Yeah, now it's the phone.
I watch YouTube videos. Foxx, I watched one of your Baneblade or whatever videos whilst having a tom tit.
Oh, really? Oh, dear.
Because the sound of your dulcet tones
relaxes everything.
It relaxed me.
I mean, I used to take the iPad in with me sometime. When I first got an iPad.
Yeah.
When I first got an iPad, it was the excitement of I could actually access the internet and do stuff without being sat by my PC. Yeah. So this was going back a few years. So I used to take the iPad in with me just to sit and read.
Yeah.
The internet while I was, pooping.
Yeah.
But that soon wore off because that was in the old days when iPads weighed the same as a small child. And really now, if I go to the loo now, I want to go in there and out there because I'm in the middle of doing something and I want to get in and out as quickly as possible. I don't tend to sit and think.
Oh, no.
I don't do
check
that.
the news headlines. I'll watch a YouTube video.
Yeah. No,
I need a general consensus in chat. Just be honest. Yes or no answers only. I don't need a description of your poops. But who takes their phone in when they have a poop?
Yeah,
simple.
Because the thing with me is my body has this habit, you see. Because my brain hates me, as we've discussed before. My brain truly hates itself.
Yes.
So what it does is, it only decides that it needs to poop at the most inopportune moment. So, like, when I've just started, say, airbrushing something, or I've just let something render and I'm about to edit it, or when it's just the worst possible time because I'm in the middle of something. So I always so I have to go and do pooping and then get out and get back into it. So I don't really hang around. It never lets me do pooping when I've got nothing on, nothing doing.
See, that amazes me. My body, it's literally, it's part of my morning routine. Within 20 minutes of waking up, my body says it's time to go for a poop now. So I go for a poop, and that it's part of my morning routine.
I will say that there was a battle for a while, and I did come out victorious with my pooping. That my body used to be like, I'd open my eyes in the morning and my body would go, pooping! And I'd be like, can I get out of bed first? But the problem is, of course, when you get to my age, for the first 2 hours of the day, you're about as flexible as a steel bar.
Maybe at your age, dude.
Yeah, you get up and you're like, I can barely lift my teacup. I can just about walk around. I need to just limber up a bit. So the last thing I can do is go to the toilet and do all the usual clean-up functions which require a certain amount of flexibility. It's just not happening. So I used to have this conversation. I'd be like, right, don't keep doing this because I'm not that flexible first thing in the morning. And in the end, it kind of worked, and my body decided, you know what, let's just leave it for the afternoons now. And eventually we negotiated a bit and we came to terms. We parlayed, came to terms.
My body with me is normally just as I'm about to go live, I need a speed poop.
Yeah.
So then it's let's take the phone straight on the Fox's channel. Right, let's see what he's on about. Yeah, there you go. Nice and relaxed, boom, done. On the way back down.
It used to be for a while that it was always about 10 minutes before the eModels Monday live show.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
I don't know how you
that's
guys...
changed now as well.
I don't know how you guys poop so quickly.
I don't. Well, I don't poop quickly, but I don't sit there reading the Financial Times for 3 hours. My dad used to take the entire newspaper up with him and just sit there for hours and read it. I'd be like...
No, you see, right? This is where a short form platform like TikTok comes in. Because if I'm pooping for 10 minutes of a day... I don't want to start a 25-minute YouTube video on how to paint a Wasbomb Dakajet for Goblin Gaming.
I don't want to start.
Goblin Gaming channel.
I don't want to start any videos. I just want to go in, do me pooping, and go out and get back to what I was doing.
Yeah, but do you not get bored whilst you're pooping? Just sitting there.
You've got to have something. You've
No,
got to
'cause
have
I'm only
something
there
to read.
I'm only there for like 5 minutes. I'm not the MTV generation that I get bored after 3 seconds of not doing something.
Okay, well, I am that generation.
Yeah.
My mind needs constant stimulation, or frankly, I'll start thinking about bad things. So,
don't forget, I can go and sit in the garden of a nice summer's day and just sit and look at trees for like 3 hours.
So can I. But that's different because you have stimulation from the beauty of the natural world. What stimulation do you have in the bathroom other than, oh crap, that towel on the towel rack needs washing, or maybe I should trim my toenails, having a little cheeky look at your toenails, or oh, the shower needs a clean, or there's no real.
Well, we have a separate toilet, so I can't look at the shower. But I find it's a perfect time with no distractions just to sit and think about things. Some of my best decision making has actually happened on the toilet because you're completely undistracted.
I could have come back with something, but no, I won't.
There's nothing going on. You've just got, ours is a separate toilet, so it's just the toilet. So I'm sat there. I've got 4 walls to look at. There's nothing to do. I'm only there for 5 minutes, but I can sit there and I can be thinking, right, that chipping coat, what I'm doing at the minute, or I can be thinking about, the next, or I can be thinking about if I'm playing a video game, how I get past this, or whatever I'm doing. Or even sometimes I just think about other stuff. It's like if I'm busy doing something else, then it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes where I can take a break and just have a thought, clear my brain of other thoughts and just think about something else for a while.
Straight on YouTube, mate. Every time.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm like, right, let's see what videos are up. We'll see what's recommended.
So I'll be completely honest with you. If I message on Messenger before 10 a.m. in the morning, I'm having a poo.
Oh, yeah.
Like...
I've taken phone calls before.
Yeah, I've taken phone calls whilst having a dump. I pay my bills whilst having a dump.
Thing is, everyone knows because they can tell it in the echo.
Yeah.
But
It's like, you know, what you're doing? Well, do you really want to know, Mum?
the general consensus in the chat is that most people's phones are pretty much always on them, so
Yeah.
in their pocket or whatnot. And frankly, if it's in your pocket, you've got to take it out of your pocket when you're in the loo anyway, just so
true.
you don't like damage it.
Well, I don't.
So-
The thing is, I don't take my phone with me because I don't receive that many phone calls or texts normally anyway. So I've always got my phone with me, but not actually on me because I don't need it.
I'd be lost.
Because it's not
Genuinely.
like I'm keeping in touch with my family all the time because we very rarely communicate at all.
My
like that.
my last phone call was on the 31st of January.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
looking at my call history now. My last text message was around mid-January. Messenger's a different kettle of fish, but
Ooh, fish.
my phone's always with me, man.
I don't know what it is. It's like because my family and we're not always in constant contact anyway, family-wise, and how's that going to fit? In terms of my friends and stuff, we don't actually text and contact each other that much anyway. It's just the way our friendships work, is we're very rarely in contact. So it's not like I've got a constant barrage of text messages and phone calls all the time. So I have it with me, but not on me, if you know what I mean.
I'm terrible. I talk to you lot way more than I do my family. The only person,
Absolutely.
the only person that I really engage with more than you lot is the missus.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only because
You have to.
like, we live together. No, we live together, you know. So
Yeah.
it's like you more than likely, at least I hope you do, engage with Mama Foxx more than anyone else. And it's
Oh God,
because
well,
you
yeah, at
live
the
with
minute,
her,
yeah, because
you know?
neither of us can really go anywhere. So
Well, yeah, so, you know, but generally speaking, like, all of the news that I read is consumed on my phone.
Yeah.
I don't think I've opened Facebook on my PC in years.
Yeah, my own profile I don't bother with. I log on to Facebook as my group.
yeah, I mean, I'm the same. I've got my own. I haven't used my personal profile in years. I'll occasionally change the header picture because I find a cool picture. But other than that, because one of my brothers, my middle brother, is just for an engineer, he's the least tech savvy, internet savvy of all of us. My other brother isn't on Facebook at all. So, and other than that, I don't know. I went through this. The problem I had was that when I used to do a webcomic, I didn't have a Facebook page, but somehow I ended up, because I used to post up on my personal page every time I posted a strip, I ended up with like 30 or 40 people I know in real life and like 2,500 furries on my friends list. And it's like, yeah, that kind of accelerated a bit fast there. Because people just follow me because I posted the strip, and I didn't have a page to post on. So in the end, I'm like, you know what? Because I stopped doing the strip, and it was like I don't use the personal profile anymore. So I don't use it. I only have it because I need it for the page.
Yeah, if I didn't have the group, I wouldn't do Facebook. It's that simple.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really do Facebook, but I use Messenger.
Yeah, I use Messenger.
I find Messenger just more convenient than text, and I don't particularly know why, because it's pretty much exactly the same. I guess because it's much easier to send media and like memes and pictures and whatnot.
And it's also absolutely free. Whereas don't forget, if you're not like if I've got like I message Colin, he's on iPhone, so we use iMessage, which is free because it's Wi-Fi. But if I'm out and about,
oh yeah, it's
I'm not
Messenger
gonna...
all day long. Yeah.
See, well, I guess it depends. It depends on your phone contract, or if you still pay as you go or whatever. But with my contract, I've got unlimited data.
Well, so have I.
And to have unlimited data, I have unlimited text messages and phone calls as well.
Well, so have I. But the problem I've got, and I don't know why this changed in recent years, but in the old days, a few years back, you'd go out, take your mobile phone, you send some text messages, send some pictures and stuff, and that'd be it. But then for some, I don't know what changed, but a few years ago, if I go out now, if I want to send a text message or a picture or receive or surf at internet, I have to turn on mobile data. Because at home I'm using Wi-Fi, and it's like, well, hang on, I've got Wi-Fi for home, I've got a 4G phone on the 4G network, why do I need mobile data turned on? But the problem is not that data usage, because I've got unlimited data and everything else, but the moment I turn on unlimited mobile data or whatever it is, I guarantee over the next 2 days I will get so many spam text messages and spam phone calls. And it's like, because you get these 0208 numbers and or 0300, and it's like, yeah, that's spam. But it's always, if I go out and I've got mobile data on, the next day I'll get so many spam phone calls. And then eventually I'll block them and then they won't call again. And then it goes away. And then the next time I go out and I put mobile data on. So when I go out, I turn it on reluctantly, only if I know I'm going to get a text or a phone call, if I need it. It's like, in the old days, you'd use the actual mobile network to send your messages. So why have I got to... It's really annoying.
Yeah, I find now I get hit with charges for media messages because I don't have unlimited data. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you'll get charged for media messages. If you need to send a text with an image attached, you just go to Messenger.
But it's just annoying though that I understand, because it's like, I'll forget and be like, I send my mate this, I'll take a photograph of someone to send it and be like, yeah, not sent. Oh, for crying out loud.
It's weird because...
I wouldn't mind if you could send text messages without having to do that, but even they count as MMS now. It's like...
Yeah. See, the missus is out today. She's gone to see the in-laws.
I'll be back in 2 seconds. I just need to go and get some more decals.
Right.
Yeah.
But she sent me a traditional, in air quotes, text message.
Yeah.
And then later she sent me a meme on Messenger. So I found myself having a conversation over text message and Messenger. And I literally just said to her, babe, just message me on Messenger. Yeah. So I'm talking to you in 2 different places here and it's doing my brain in.
That's what I keep trying to say to my missus, because she'll message me, oh, have you seen this? And sends the picture. And I'm like, you do realise you're getting charged for that. Just send it on Messenger, it's free. Oh, but it's too much hassle. And I'm like, well, no, you're just clicking the app.
Just open the bloody app. You had to open your texting app to send text in the first place.
And I'm like, why? Why is it such a problem? It's like, because you're getting charged for that. You're getting charged for sending the picture. You could have sent that for free on Messenger. Oh, but it's a pain, keep opening it. Well, you've just opened that to send me that.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah, it's weird.
More decals have arrived.
I'm back. Now I'm going to see what's on the Kill Team Deathcore decal sheet, because there's a few vehicle decals on here.
Oh.
I remembered. See, this gives me hope, you see, because you get the decal sheet for these 10 guardsmen, but it's a general decal sheet with like vehicle decals. I'm thinking, ooh, is there a possibility we're going to get more things?
Well, I've said to you before, dude, at some point they have to renew the Imperial Guard Codex. Mm-hmm. And considering, if you look historically at the GW releases, they give you indications of what direction they're going in through boxed games. So, like, historically, through Imperial Guard, if they've done like a Cadian release, all of the releases surrounding that particular iteration of the Codex would be from Cadia.
Yeah.
So I would say if they renew any of the tank kits or rebox anything, there is a relatively solid chance that you'll get Krieg commanders.
All this bit here, all this section at the bottom is vehicle markings.
Yeah.
That whole bottom section with like kill stripes and barrel stripes and markings and Kriegs and numbers. And I only realised they've given you the option, they've given you blanks that you can use these number decals to go over the top of.
Yeah.
And I never realised that before. I'm like, oh yeah, of course. But they even give you minefield markings for like trench dioramas, which I think is really cool.
That is cool, yeah.
That's like, it says trench and minefield markings. I think that's really cool.
So, to catch up on chat, we got distracted talking about poo.
I know.
So, Totally Scale Models is with us. Good afternoon, buddy.
Hello.
Paul Di Tommaso points out that we're all weird as fug. Yeah, I mean, just part and parcel.
Yeah, I'm not going to deny any of that.
Yeah, I accept that.
It is all
willingly.
correct. Better to be weird than boring.
So, Ryan Sam Design points out that we should all clean our phone once a day, even more than once a day, if needs be.
I'd never actually clean my phone.
I clean it the second I come, if I've gone out to like the supermarket and stuff.
Yeah.
I've just remembered a dream I had last night. I went into a pub. I was in some sort of pub bar type thing.
Right.
And I sat down on some kind of couch thing. And I went in with my dad. I don't know why. I went in with my dad, sat down on some couch thing, and then instantly, it was like time had passed, and I couldn't find my phone, and I had no pants on, and my dad had disappeared.
Oh,
and I was searching round for my phone in this pub, and everybody in the pub had a mobile phone with the same case as mine. So I was looking at every single phone, and in the end I had to go to the bar, and was trying to explain to the barman that somebody'd stolen my phone and my trousers. And my dad, and then he said, "I'll go and have a look," and then he's wandered off and never came back. So then I had to speak to another one who did the same. So in the end, I spoke to the landlord. I said, "I need to speak to the landlord." And there's a little guy behind the bar, who was about 3 foot tall, and it was like he was a normal bloke up until the waist when he had tiny legs. And I've had to explain that somebody stolen my phone and my trousers. But for most of the dream, I was basically walking around this pub looking at everybody's phone, trying to check if it was mine, by opening the phone and seeing what apps were on it. I woke up and I'm like, I don't know if that was stressful or just boring. I can't quite tell.
Sounds like a bit of both.
Yeah. It was like a day at work when I woke up. I'm like, oh, that was not refreshing at all. Yeah, but I don't know why the barman had it was like something out of Borderlands, normal to the waist and then tiny little legs. It's really weird.
How weird.
I know.
So, Max McGinn thinks that all the new Imperial Guard stuff will come out this year.
Yeah.
So I'm of a similar summation to you, Max. I think we're gonna get 1 second.
He's coughing.
Clear my throat.
Oh,
yeah.
Lovely.
So I think we're gonna get the new Horus Heresy gubbins shortly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's the least best kept secret in the world.
Yeah. Well, I don't. They're not even trying anymore. No. I mean, for the Black Library celebration, they released 2 of the key characters from that particular sector of the Horus Heresy.
Yeah.
But it would be cool because it looks like from all of the images that we've seen that we're getting a plastic Land Raider Achilles, which. That's a Forge World kit, which has been a Forge World kit for like 15 years, so that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Then I think, as you say, Max, we're gonna get Chaos. Then I think they might throw a spanner in the works. I think.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget they're on the big Eldar kick at the minute, aren't they? So Eldari kick, so they've got to get rid of all that first.
But I think they're going to do the NIDS this year at some point.
Boring.
Says the man doing humans.
I don't find they don't appeal to me in terms of painting them because I don't know.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget there was in the rumour engine, I think last August, and it's still not been solved yet. There was a shot of like a. Nobody know what it was, but it looked like some part of a tank. There's some forum where they catalogue all the rumour engine things, and one of them is like a picture of like a couple of bedrolls on the back of a tank with a bit of a metal panel.
Oh, right.
And some people were saying maybe that's like a new Krieg tank or something. Or at least a new mid-range between Baneblade and Lehman Russ. So that could be a new Astra Militarum vehicle.
Yeah,
tank. Might not be, but you never know. And it could be Krieg. Ooh.
I'd really like it if they did away with the horses and they made a Deathcore kit that was quite similar to the Atalan Ridge Runners. Because those bikes with the Gene Stealer coat on were really cool.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, there's a lot of love for the kick for the Deathcore horses because they've just got gas masks and they're stupid. Because you're asking Games Workshop to be sensible when they normally do lunatic nonsense, which is 41st millennium and it's a dude on a horse. Because you don't get more stupid than that, which is pretty much Warhammer all the way through. So I don't know.
I'm kind of just I want the Taurus, the Imperial Guard Taurus Venator, which is basically a 6-wheel dune buggy thing. I would love that to come to plastic.
Oh yeah, I mean there were a few of the sort of weird vehicles from in Forge World from way back, weren't there, like that and things like dune buggies and stuff that just they disappeared.
But if they bring all of that to plastic, are they in danger of doing Forge World out of their range? I don't know, unless Forge World itself is going to develop a new range of products as well.
I don't know, because that's what they did with the Baneblade. The Baneblade used to be Forge World only; it was a resin kit, and then they released that as
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
so
used
did
to be
the Valkyrie, so did the Wasbomb Dakajet, so did the Necron Fighter, so did the Chaos. Like a lot of the
vehicles and stuff.
Larger vehicles in 40k used to be Forge World only.
Oh wow! Didn't know that.
That's why people often say their dream thing is a plastic Thunderhawk. Thunderhawk's like the massive Space Marines air vehicle. Yeah. And a lot of people say plastic Thunderhawk, and every time they do like a rumour thing where you see like the rumours department in the Games Workshop have this ongoing joke about that they have a leaks department.
Yeah.
That they have a special potato camera.
Yeah.
And that they make all the leaks themselves, and it's like an ongoing joke. And they've even done videos set in the leaks department. There's been a whiteboard in the background. It's got like plastic Thunderhawk, or there are like pretend release schedules on whiteboard in the background.
Yeah, good for them.
No, I don't think they're gradually trying to push their moulding process to bring us bigger kits from Forge World in plastic.
Yeah.
But Forge World in the last kind of 5 or 6 years, they took over all of the quote unquote boxed games like Necromunda and Blood Bowl and Adeptus Titanicus. So and then they have the Forge World still produce all of the greater demons of chaos.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
They have their own versions, even though they are all available in plastic and stuff like that. So...
And don't forget, of course, I mean, Forge World is basically a Horus Heresy, which isn't really in plastic at all. There's very little of it. Horus Heresy and Deathcore, and then it's just extra stuff for everybody else. So, it's weird. A lot of things, for example, you could still say something like, well, will these plastic Deathcore that I've got here now, will this spell the end for Forge World? It's like, well, no, because you can make all your infantry you want with just this one pack of 10, but there's always extras in Forge World. There'll always be room for Forge World to make more stuff. They'll just do stuff that, some of the other big... I think there's a scope... I wouldn't be surprised if we see, for example, some of the Lehman Russ variants that are Forge World for Krieg come to plastic, because that's only an extra sprue, isn't it? It's a different turret basically for most of those.
Yeah, we've already seen a lot of them. Like in the current iteration of the Lehman Russ kit, you can build the I don't know the variant names, but you can build the one that has like a massive plasma cannon on the turret. That used to be Forge World only. I'm pretty sure there is the Vanquisher in the Lehman Russ kit nowadays as well, which is the very long barrel. But yeah, that used to be Forge World only. They have gradually over the years. I think they tend to migrate things from Forge World that obviously sell well.
Yeah.
But will also fit into the 40k rules without too much finagling.
Well, the thing with the Lehman Russ as well is let's be honest. If they wanted to the easy way in for them to start doing Forge World stuff in plastic will be the Lehman Russ range, because all the Lehman Russ tanks from Forge World use the plastic Lehman Russ chassis. It's just turrets and details. There's not that much that's in resin.
Yeah, and all they got to do is just a few detail sprues.
Yeah,
for different variants.
And an extra sprue for a different turret and a different commander, and you're done. But even that would be a bit boring. I want plastic Macharius. That'd be great. I think I don't know. I'd like to think they will do more plastic Deathcore.
I think they might make some, and I think in the next Imperial Guard release, you might see one of the Forge World tanks migrate to plastic, and that it might be a Macharius.
It would. Well, I don't know though, because Macharius is still technically a super heavy, isn't it? So it's a Lord of War. So I think it classes as a Lord of War.
But so's the Beyblade. There's no harm in having more than one Lord of War option.
Oh no, I know, but I mean the rumour is at the minute that the vibe seems to be people are thinking they're going to do like a mid one between the Beyblade and the Lehman.
Maybe would that fit the Malkador? The one that looks it looks quite a lot like a Lehman Russ in ways.
Yeah,
mixed with the World War One tank.
It could do, but aren't they a holdover from Horus Heresy? So they're really old tech and not that great. In fact, no. The Malkador is like the Horus Heresy version of the Lehman Russ. I think it's like it's equivalent to a Lehman Russ. I think.
I've never looked into the Imperial Guard, so I really couldn't tell you.
No, I think anyway. Colin's glazed over at this point, haven't you, buddy?
No, I'm listening intently.
Oh, jolly good. Cool, because there is a written test afterwards.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Either that, or they'll give you another flyer.
I mean, I'll be honest. Astra Militarum Flyers is sorely underrepresented in plastic. You've got the Valkyrie. That's it.
What I could see them doing is they might rework the Valkyrie kit a bit like they reworked the Dakar Jet, because originally the Dakar Jet could only build the Dakar Jet, and now you can build like 4 or 5 variants.
Well, the same with the Baneblade. The Baneblade kit, the first plastic Baneblade was just one version of the Baneblade. So
exactly. So if they re-engineered the Valkyrie kit in a way that
you can build.
You got a couple of sets of wings to represent.
Hello, Mama Foxx.
Hi, Mama Foxx.
Yeah, because
to represent the different wing shapes of the various Imperial Guard flyers.
Well,
like I don't know, could work.
Well, I don't know if they do that, but you couldn't really do the Valkyrie into that. But there are variants of the Valkyrie on Forge World, so they could re-release the Forge World variants in plastic.
Yeah,
because there's two or three different types of Valkyrie on Forge World.
What I can see them doing, if they do bring Krieg to plastic, is they might give you some of the one sec, clearing my throat.
Clearing my throat.
In recent years, there's been a much bigger shift towards active scenery pieces in game.
Yeah.
Like the recent Ork tower thing that we got in the latest Ork release. So they might give you like an Earthshaker battery or something like that in plastic, which could be quite cool.
Yeah. Or they could go artillery and do lots of like thud guns and stuff.
Well, yeah, that's what an Earthshaker is.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Do they still make the Imperial Guard Basilisk tank? I've not even looked in a long time.
What, Forge World or?
No, GW themselves.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think so. I can't remember which one the Basilisk is.
The Basilisk, so it's on the Chimera chassis.
Oh yeah, in that case, yeah, they do all of them because they're all just chimeras, aren't they?
And it's the mobile artillery piece, basically.
Oh yeah, because that's the one thing the Imperial Guard is missing, apart from flyers, is heavy artillery. I mean, they've got things like the Hydra. You've got the Basilisk and stuff. Well, Hydra's anti-air, but they've got the other one, not the Hydra, the you know the one, it's the Hydra variant.
Yes. Yeah, the Malkador, not the Malkador. Blah 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 blah. The Manticore.
No, you build the Hydra as either the Hydra or the other one, because there's the anti-aircraft or the mortar. on the Hydra.
Yeah, but is the Manticore not in the same kit?
No, Manticore's something else.
The Manticore is the Chimera variant with. It looks a bit like one of the Russian.
Yeah, the one with the enormous missile on the back.
Yeah.
No, the Hydra is the one with 4 anti-aircraft guns, the one that Ted built.
Oh, I know what the Hydra is.
But you can build it with the little stubby. No, you can build it with a little stubby mortar on it instead. But I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, not to worry.
Okay, so it's either the Hydra or the Griffin mortar, according to Andy McLeish.
Griffin.
And
that doesn't sound right. It might be.
Max McGinn points out that the Malcador is indeed the decommissioned Horus Heresy era, essentially the Lehman Russ.
Yeah, because it was
decommissioned because it was pants.
Yeah, it was replaced by the Lehman Russ effectively, which is.
Yeah, I never really got into the Imperial Guard lore. I enjoyed cramping them with my orcs, but that's about it.
Yeah, but the thing is, they are missing a lot of. I mean, they're missing. The Imperial Guard is missing heavy artillery, as in field mobile, not like built on the back of a tank, but like dudes stood around like 88s, like World War II 88 type stuff, which is what
in terms of plastic, yes.
Yeah, so that's what your Krieg's got. They're missing kind of dedicated troop transports. I mean, I know you've got the Chimera and stuff, but they haven't got things like the Forge World, that big massive thing that. The
thing that looks a bit like what rolled up on.
Yeah, it's like one of these, but with the You're thinking aliens, aren't you?
I'm thinking Saving Private Ryan. I know they were boats.
Yeah, it's
they
like
look very
big PT boat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're missing them, and they're really missing any kind of. I know, Death Corps specialise in siege warfare, but there's no. Basically, Imperial Guard is all infantry and assault. There's no siege warfare or anything like that.
Well, no, because they would call in the Imperial fists.
Well, no, but let's say you don't want to call in the Space Marines all the time.
Oh, why would you not?
That's what the Krieg are for. Krieg are siege warfare experts. So that's what you miss.
Humans.
Yeah, but nobody beats siege warfare like the Krieg. They're the best. So that's where you're missing in plastic is in a kind of siege warfare type stuff.
Well, yeah, I guess. Right, I will be right back because I need a pee.
Okay. So anyway, Colin.
Yes.
You can join into a conversation now for a bit.
No. I'm leaving you two to it. It's interesting to listen to.
Yeah, well, we finished now. So how are you doing, buddy?
Because I'm all right. I know nothing about Krieg or anything like that. So yeah. Well, you've got your Ork Codex now, so you can learn all about Ork stuff. Absolutely. So
have you read it yet?
No. I've had a rough glimpse. But I need to leave it in the lavatory as my essential toilet reading.
I learned all about Ork culture while I was pooping.
Yeah.
Back onto pooping again, aren't we?
But the thing is you'd never see me again because,
You'd be like, you ate your water past the toilet and be like, woo! Ooh!
Yeah.
Hello.
The biggest mistake I've made is I've left the book in here. I need to put it next to my armchair.
Ah, there you go.
So I shall relinquish it after the stream and put it in its new home.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Hello.
He's back. God, bloody hell, that was quick.
Well, So I heard as I was walking away, Cole, that you say you don't know anything about the Krieg.
Yeah.
You know all you need to know, in that they're only good for one thing, and that's
shooting.
That's getting crumped.
Yeah.
And you pick the best army in 40k to start with, so you don't need to worry about these puny.
Ah, right. Okay, so they're minions compared to my far superior Orks.
Yes, indeed. And whatever Foxx retorts with, he's just talking nonsense.
I don't have a Krieg army yet.
You want one though?
We know that tears are going on inside, aren't they?
No,
the thing is as well is you haven't prompted me to eat the hat that I've said for years that I would eat if they ever released Krieg in plastic.
I'd obviously forgotten, but now I've remembered. So I think what you need to do, while we've got you, do you have a hat?
I have several hats.
Excellent, but you need to be on camera to do it.
You can't waste a hat.
You can, if it means he has to eat it with his face.
Oh.
What else am I going to eat it with? I'm not going to start trying to eat a hat with my ass or something, am I? God, what do you eat with?
Don't know, whatever comes to hand. I don't know. I'm not an eating scientist.
I worry about him. I really worry about him.
Same, Cole, same.
He really does need to get out a lot more, doesn't he?
I've been outside, the graphics were rubbish. Hey.
Bless him.
La 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 la.
I must admit, though, I am looking forward to doing them little grot tanks. I think they're going to be
absolutely
interesting. To
absolutely.
do.
Oh yeah.
So,
I'm looking forward to doing all my Forge World Ork stuff. It looks fantastic.
Orks. I'm looking forward to kit bashing whilst you two build your grot tanks.
Yeah, because you're doing the chibi tank versions, aren't you?
Yeah. So I have a plan for them because I was having a look at the sprues because I'm pretty itching to start them. So they look. I need to get the dimensions from one of you two.
Well, wait there, I'll go and get them. Hang on.
All right, love.
Oh.
Because the chibi tanks, they tend to sit quite high and they're very thin.
Yeah.
So I want to say the Sherman is the main one that I've looked at.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take like the road wheels and the sprockets and mount them to plasticard tracks, which I will build from scratch.
Oh right, yeah.
And then I will mount the hull quite low.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Just so I can try and match the correct dimensions.
Well,
Hey, dude.
Pretty much, chibi tank is about the right size, to be perfectly honest.
No, they're not though. They're not. The Shermans, they're too thin and they're too tall.
Yeah, but
And if I ever want to sell them as gaming pieces,
The grot tanks do sit quite high, though.
yeah. The Sherman that I've looked at,
Yeah.
I've clipped it out of the sprue and I clipped it together. I didn't do anything more than that. It sat like 3 inches tall.
okay.
Which I think is too tall, but I might be wrong. But anyway, that's what I mean. I need to get the dimensions so I can work it out.
Well, like, I don't think I can. I can't put the tracks on them because they've all got big. Oh, fallen out and everything. Hang on. Oh, you spilled coffee on it. 1 second, folks. There we go. Back again. Out it
Again.
Yeah, I can't get the tracks on them. Oh, maybe I can because they're all on twigs still. But let's have a look. I think they're all very similar type heights.
Yeah.
So they're all kind of because they're all interchangeable. So
Yeah.
that's probably the tallest one. And you can do whatever tracks you want, I suppose, on them. So if you look at that one, but then you've got the turret that goes on top.
Yeah. So add maybe quarter to half an inch for the turret.
Yeah. So if I get my measuring device. And I'll use the one that I don't have to think about. Because I can just read you numbers, and if they're not right, it's not my fault.
That means the digital one's coming out then.
Yeah, because if I use a tape measure, I'll give you all the wrong numbers. So that so far would be an ecumenical matter. That will be... that is 48 point... Well, call it 48 millimetres. 4.9 centimetrons. And the turretularity would be, if you assume it goes from the bottom there, would be 17 point, call it 17 or 18 millimetres, 1.7, 1.8 centimetres.
So we'll call it 68 centimetres. 68 centimetres. Crikey, that would be a real life grot tank.
I mean, some of the turrets are smaller, so you don't add those two numbers together because I forgot what the numbers were now.
Well, that would make 68 mil, which is just over 2.5 inches by my.
But if I try a different tank, let's for example try that one. This one, I don't know if this is the right track with the right body, but it doesn't really matter. They're all interchangeable.
But they're mix and match,
yeah,
aren't they?
This one would be let's say this one will be 38.8. So say round it up to 30. What 38 point?
Just say 40 mil.
39 and a half plus a turret would be 39 and a half plus a random turret would be 41 mil. Yeah. 41 maybe. So they're going to vary.
Yeah. So I might not need to, but I kind of want to. I want to scratch build. I don't just want it to look like a Sherman.
No.
I don't mind if I use the hull, but like I can totally scratch build. Which chibi tank is that?
That is the Matilda, and that is 56.4 centimetrons, 56.2 centimetrons.
Yeah, so that one
perfect
looks,
for Warhammer scale. Because look, there's a Warhammer dude in the top.
That one is ideal, but there are the chibi tanks vary massively as well.
Yeah. Well, but the the KV2 will be a great grot tank because it's a box with the box on top.
Yeah. So, but you have to kind of steer towards the light/medium tanks.
Yeah.
Because I have seen someone convert a Tiger. And it was literally the size of a Lehman Russ, which in my mind is too big.
But you've got like the Panzer IV, the old 1939 one that looks like a clockwork toy.
Well, you've got the Sherman. You've got now I know the Matilda.
Yeah, Matilda.
Matilda. The French tank that I can't remember.
Oh, the French ones always look like garbage. So yeah, that'll be a good grot tank.
Then you've got the light Panzer. I think it's the Panzer 38T.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's plenty of options.
Oh yeah, I think the earlier tanks, if they do any like, oh, you know what would be great would be like things like Japanese tanks because they were tiny, but they don't do chibi Japanese tanks.
No.
But like French tanks always looked like they were made out of clockwork, and they were small. And like the early 38, 39 Panzer IV, I think it was Panzer IV, was it the Panzer III? I don't know. They always look like really primitive.
But yeah, in essence, my plan is they will be mostly clad in plasticard paneling anyway.
Yeah.
So the main reason I've gone down the chibi tank route is just some of the shapes are much easier than I could build them. Like a rounded off turret, I can't be bothered to find some junk that I'm not Steve Monday. I don't have his ability or skill in terms of
now see
finding bits.
Here's where I blow Colin's mind, possibly.
What's that, mate?
Or even your mind, Simon, for an idea. Why not get yourself a small boat kit and make it into a grot super tank?
I've already thought of doing that.
Ooh.
I was there.
Get you with your thought.
A few of the Japanese
battleship things.
Battleships that look they could quite easily be misconstrued. There is a grot vehicle that Forge World sell that looks like a boat.
Oh no, we've looked at it before. Me and Colin have both been like, ooh, grot super tank. Whoa.
I can't remember. Yeah. I'm having the grot mega tank.
Yeah, the mega tank. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have thought of that, and part of me, I want to build a killburster tank completely out of plasticard, just because.
Well, you look at it and you think that's mostly plasticard. That is.
Absolutely. Be good though, wouldn't it?
Oh God, yeah.
That kit is old enough that I know that wasn't CAD designed. Someone will have scratch built that and then cast it.
Oh God, yeah.
So yeah.
That's what got me with that killburster tank. There is like, I know it's an old kit, but the moulding on mine, the one I got, is fantastic. Apart from that one bit of slippage that just happens to fortunately look like a broken panel, which is perfect because it just looks like a broken panel. So yeah, no, I was quite amazed by the quality of that, considering it's an older mould than my deathcore dudes that I got in resin, but they look all soft and flumpy. Then again, figures are probably harder to get nice crisp moulds off. So
Max and Andy are discussing the Horus Heresy characters they released for the Black Library celebration. Yes. I have been cheeky and I have ordered the Imperial Fist character. just because he looks awesome. You would probably quite like him. You could convert it. Well, you don't like converting.
Go on. Who are we talking about?
He would make an. I'll find a picture, because he would make, or he would lend parts to an excellent Space Wolf character.
Ooh, Space Puppies.
Nice.
Space Puppies,
right.
you say? I've still got a whole skirmish box full of Space Wolves that I need to paint at some point.
I am sharing the screen.
Might even be a battle box actually, because there's a dreadnought in there.
Press buttons, Fox. Press buttons.
I'm listening. I'm on my way.
Hang on. There you go.
Right. So this guy here. He's actually like a traditional Space Marine kit. So this is the sprue.
Yeah.
So the axes are completely separate, and I just think he could potentially make a really cool Space Wolf.
Is it the pre-Primaris type?
Yeah, so he's wearing I think.
Of course, he's just Pro Heresy, isn't he, moron?
I think it's Mark III armor, but I'm sure Max will probably correct me. But yeah, like there's serious scope for conversion there. Ooh, yeah. He reminds me a bit of the there's a character, I can't remember his name. My brain.
For some reason, the word Angrim is in my head, but I don't know why.
He reminds me a lot of one of the wildlings from Game of Thrones in the face.
Oh. In the face! Sorry, what?
Of this guy. Like, if you look at this guy's face...
Yeah, yeah.
They're very similar. But yeah, I have pre-ordered that.
You're a wildling.
Just thanks, man. Oh, don't leave the studio side, just stop sharing your screen.
No.
That was close.
Steady, Neris. Don't be like
Sorry,
Ted.
Doris.
Don't be like Ted.
But Ted's awesome.
Ted's a legend.
Ted is a legend in his own lunchtime.
Indeed. I'm gonna jump off in about 10 minutes because it's already 7 and my belly is going.
Oh really? Blimey, that's whizzed by.
Yeah, it goes fast.
So what have we discussed today? Belly and bench,
Pooping.
TikTok, poop,
Pooping.
and Deathcore of Krieg. Sounds like a pretty standard Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, it's always a good stream when we've discussed poop at some point. I mean, that's kind of the benchmark we have to, maintain.
Exactly.
I think. And this is what the people come to expect,
Oh yeah.
Quality edutainment.
I'm not going yet, Jeff. You're stuck with me for about 10 more minutes, dude.
Was he celebrating?
I think he might have been, and I'm a bit hurt by it.
Was he singing Jub Jub song already?
I think so. And I really like Jeff, so it hurt.
We don't encourage people singing Jub Jub. It's not good.
Little bits of you died inside.
Yeah, it really did.
You're streaming through tears, Si. Bless him.
I don't think anybody got that reference when I said Yub Nub.
Oh yeah, we did forget to mention Fox's weird dream as well, as Panzer rightly points out.
Yeah, that was only for a few minutes. It was only a few minutes. That doesn't really count.
It was a very odd dream, though, by the sounds of it.
Not the oddest. It was another one of those. See, my dreams are weird because they either go from like rip-roaring adventures, which is brilliant. Sometimes you just have a rip-roaring adventure, which is a great dream. It's like watching a movie. But then the next night you'll have like the most boring pedestrian, you may as well have had a day in the office kind of dream.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, really? Like, for example, this one was me just opening up everybody's phone and seeing if it was my phone.
Yeah.
It's not, and then saying, then complaining because the barman just walked off. Sometimes they're quite pedestrian and it's really weird. And you wake up and you're like, yeah, but last night I had this amazing adventure and now I've been sat in an office at a computer all night. What?
So, I've just very quickly sanded a shoulder pad that I am modifying for this war boss.
Yeah.
And so I had to clean off all of the pre-molded detail, and when I did that, it revealed that the peg that goes up into that shoulder pad, the hole for said peg was just hidden under detail, so there was a massive hole.
Oh God!
So I trimmed the peg and plugged the trimming into said hole in the shoulder pad.
Yes.
And then just went over it ever so gently with some
Tears.
sprue goo.
Oh yeah.
And I just quickly sanded it, and there is nothing more satisfying in modelling than sanding back that sprue goo and then looking at it and thinking, if I didn't know where I filled that hole, I wouldn't know where I filled that hole.
That is a good feeling.
That is a good
feeling.
Yeah. And oh, Jeff, please don't feel awful. I was only joking. Jeff says, I take it back, and now I feel awful. Here, let me try again. Yay! Simon Reynolds is sticking around for a bit.
Yeah, but once again with feeling, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, work through the tears, Si. We're here for you, mate.
Yeah. It's fine, man. It's fine. I'm just gutted. I've only really ever spoken to Jeff in person. Well, in person through the Zoom 24/7 Hangout.
Yeah.
Through the magic of the internet.
You ruined. I was about to bark for you. You gits. You both spoke, but yeah, I've only spoken a couple of times to him, and we always miss each other because of time differences and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Where did you speak to him, Si?
Oh, it was.
Was it in a particular place?
Yes, it was in the 24/7 Hangout.
Oh, what's the 24/7 Hangout?
Well, it's accessible if you become a member or a patron of either Model Making Guru or Festa 67's workshop, which gives you access to the 24/7 Hangout, which is the Zoom Hangout, which is open 24/7, and as well as that, you get access to a messenger chat, Patreon, unique, and what's the word that I'm looking for?
Exclusive
Posts on YouTube.
Ecumenical.
All the fun things.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think you did well there, Si. You nailed that, mate.
Yeah.
There was far too much and ahhing. It didn't flow as it should.
Yeah. I shall ring HR in the morning and have you added to the executive streak on the payroll.
Nice, thanks, man. Does the pay remain at 0.00 pounds?
Yeah, but it's adjusted for inflation.
Well, it won't be. No, I'm not going to go there.
We take your 0 pay and we increase it by 2% every year to 0.
Yeah.
Woo!
Woo! 2%. You get access to free healthcare.
Yeah.
Does that still apply if I decide to move to the United States?
No.
I didn't think so.
No, because we'd be crying through tears because you've left us.
Well, yeah. Jeff is on our side, though. So Jeff has very rightly said, the 24/7 Hangout. I need to hang out there soon. What a great exclusive benefit. That's right.
He's brilliant, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Panzer points out that you get a key to the exclusive toilet. I haven't received my key yet, Panzer, and I'm outraged because I would really like to go and watch some TikToks whilst
It's more exclusive than a radar key, Si.
Wow.
What's a radar key?
Radar key is what you have to access all the disabled toilets up and down the country.
Toilets.
Oh, right,
And
okay.
they are not easy to acquire, and the fact that you wasn't even aware of what one is just demonstrates that point.
I was in my mid-40s before I knew there was a little whizzy spinny round thing on the bottom of Pelican Crossing buttons for blind people. So, you know.
Yeah.
It's like before I knew what the bumps on the pavement crossings were
Whenever
for.
you're in a train station or you see someone, a member of the public, locking a toilet, it's because they've just used the disabled toilet and they got a radar key.
Why is it called a radar key?
Don't know.
Cool. Good answer.
I will Google that for you now.
Cool story, bro.
There's probably an acronym of some kind that I really couldn't be bothered to learn, but yeah, you get issued a radar key.
Ooh.
Okay. So, it's called a radar key because it's a key provided by the Royal Association of Disability and Rehabilitation, aka Radar.
Radar. Ah, there
you go.
See, never let it be said that you don't learn things in your brain on this show.
Exactly.
Not saying you learn good things or relevant things, but you learn things.
And I've just demonstrated my Google Food skills, which were fine-tuned back in the day of sticker giveaways on the Model Making Guru channel.
Back in them days.
Back in the day.
Aye.
Yeah.
How many stickers did you win then, Si?
I lost count. I think at one point I just told you to stop sending.
Well, I was going to say, how many stickers did you win compared to how many did I send you? Because there's often a disparity between the two. Yeah. I've still got.
I think I probably received 5 and probably won more like 50.
I've still got like a bag full of stickers and 2 Warhammer World coins to send out from like 3 years ago.
Oh, were they the coins that I sent you?
No, they're the ones that you put a pound in the machine and it gives you a coin. When you go to no, I put a pound in the machine and got like a coin.
I may have sent it to someone else.
It's just a stupid thing. It's like, oh, if I give this machine a pound, it gives me a useless coin I can't spend.
Yeah.
And I fell for it I put like £5 in that thing. Ooh, look, trinkets. Ooh, shiny.
Saw you coming then, didn't they?
Yeah, didn't you get some as well?
But
No.
everyone does, apart from Colin.
We'll get you
I've not been to.
Oh no, you're not been.
Warhammer
Have
World.
it? We need to get you to Warhammer World. Stat.
Paul D. Tommaso says, bring back the wheel of giveaways. The problem with it was, Paul, is that the pandemic hit, as well as erroneous Royal Mail postage costs.
Yeah.
It just really wasn't feasible.
Well, it was more a case that it was a very nice idea, but as soon as the pandemic hit and my Patreon income dropped, it was proving far too expensive for me to send out stuff to people.
Plus, you couldn't even get to a post office.
Well, yeah, I couldn't get to the post office anyway. Yeah.
I done 60 quid in postage one month just on stickers.
Yeah. Because it was like, I'd do a free giveaway for a kit that was sent to me for free and I'd be spending 50 or 60 quid to send it out to the US or South America.
Yeah.
It was always somebody in like Brazil that won. It was like, oh, can't it be somebody in Chelmsford? Oh.
It's why it's why
I love doing it, but it got to the point where I couldn't afford it. So
see, Mr. Bretland has recently got some stickers, and he's literally said, if anyone wants one, just send me a message and just cover the postage costs. Because
stamped addressed envelope.
Even sending out 100 stickers to the UK,
it's a pound, a couple of pound a pop.
Yeah.
So this is why you need to get all your friends and associates, compadres, compatriots and family members to become a patron so that I can increase my income and then I can afford to do giveaways. Because I've got boxes full of stuff to give away that I just can't afford to post. It's like, it got to the point where I was like, I love doing it and it was a nice way to give something back, but it was like, I was spending food money on posting stuff out to people. I was like, I can't keep doing this, unfortunately.
Well, I got to the point where my entire Patron money was going on posting stickers.
Yeah.
And it's like, defeats the object, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, I shall leave it in the hands of the viewers to do a patron drive, get people to become patrons, channel members, for both of our channels. So Colin and I can do shizzle giveaways and sticker giveaways, and I've still got loads of kits. I've got like a Edward Messerschmitt ME109. I've got loads of Gumplers and things. I've got all kinds of stuff to give away.
I think you only got about halfway through the box of goodness that I sent you.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff. There's all sorts of stuff.
You got sent God knows what else by other people.
Yeah, I got there's boxes and boxes of stuff in the attic of just stuff to give away that I can't sell it because I was given to give away, and I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to build it and paint it because it was given as giveaway prizes. So they're never going to get built by me. I'm not going to dishonour that by building them. I'm going to leave them there till I can afford to do giveaways. Because it's not right if somebody sends me something and says give this away as a prize, and I sit there and build it and then sell it. That's a bit rough. That's near 8.
Edward Leonard has joined us at the late hour.
Squishy.
Evening. Right, I'm gonna scoot and I'm gonna make my din-dins.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Which
you mind, there you go.
I'm probably contractually obliged to tell you what it is, I
guess.
Yes.
You're under the same rules as everybody else.
It's a homemade steak pie
Ooh.
with mash, veg, and onion gravy.
Sounds mint.
Have you
mate.
prepared it in advance, or is you going to have to go make it?
No, so I made the steak earlier. I made the pie earlier.
Yes.
I was lazy. I just used pre-bought puff pastry because who wants to fart around for hours making puff pastry?
If you tell me if you tell me you can have steak pie, I'll be mouth watering. If you say you can have steak pie in 3 hours when you've farted about with, I'm like, I just want to die now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind turning the oven on for an hour to cook it. That's about as most. If it's steak, it needs to be in my face now, or as quickly as now as possible.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit there doing cross stitch for 6 hours to make the lattice that goes on the top. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I am going to go and put that in my face hole and enjoy it.
Thank you for coming in, Simon Reynolds.
That's okay.
Always good to see you, mate.
Thank
Yeah,
you for
too,
almost
mate.
remembering my name.
Well,
said-
I remembered your name, but I didn't want to say it because obviously I know your name, but not everyone does, and I didn't know if you wanted it to be out there.
What, the fact it says Foxx model making guru on the bottom of my little screen there?
But I meant your surname.
Oh, you don't? Oh, yeah. Well, yes, that's publicly known.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Foxx butt wipe.
Simon Thunder Clunge, you're more than welcome.
No worries. Yes, Jeff, you must enter the 24/7 and engage in conversation. Soon.
Yeah, we missed you, mate.
Yeah, man.
I didn't miss you because I'm never in there. But I would miss you if I
Yeah.
was in there and you weren't in there.
No, we wasn't going to raise the point that you say every week, I'll be in the 24/7 this week, because you never are.
I know, I always just keep not getting round to it.
See Panzer, I told him off for you, mate.
Yeah,
Hello.
you never get round to it, but you find plenty of time to play your Xbox.
That's
Yeah.
when I've got to be alert and aware from Mama Fox. So I can't be distracted doing intensely
See,
thinking
he's,
things.
he's blaming it on Mama Fox again, Si.
No.
So you know you've got all the part work stuff to film this week.
Yeah, I know. I've not had time to do any filming this week.
Why don't you do what I do then and film it in the hangout? Because you voice it over anyway. That's what I
Yeah.
do.
No,
Why?
because
Because you can't be asked.
no, because I need to film it in the nice 1080p. Oh, you mean film it separately while I'm doing it in the Hangout?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have this webcam on the tripod. I then have my camera on the boom arm, and I film during the hangouts, as
That's
Si
true.
knows.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I could do that.
Because we voice over it anyway, so that's all I do.
Yeah, I could do
So-
that. Maybe. We shall see.
Chat, keep harassing him while in my absence. I will love you and leave you.
Yes.
See you later, mate.
Bye.
I'll see you in the 24/7 hangout when you come in, Colin, because you're a good.
Yeah,
human being.
I'll be there a bit later, Si.
Yeah, man. See you
I'll
later.
be there this evening. Ta-ra, mate.
Bye. I mean, bye.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Fox is sitting there going, they're all picking on me. It's not
I think
fair."
no such thing. I accept all my. I've known you and Simon, everybody else, long enough that it's water off a duck's back.
Absolutely.
You don't hang around in our group of friends for more than 5 minutes before developing the skin of thickness.
It is surprising how many people think we're being serious when we're putting each other down. It's quite comical.
It actually got to the point where I had to explain to Mama Fox that I wasn't mercilessly taking the mickey out of her all the time, being sarcastic. She's like, I said, I'm not having a go. It's just that I spend my entire day hanging out with people and we just take the piss out of each other all day long. So what happens is I then just start doing it to you as well and expect the same back. So she's like, okay, right, now I know, I'll give you the same back.
Absolutely.
Because I was always really sarcastic with her. It's like, why are you being really sarcastic? Oh, it's just this is
It's like me and my
thing.
missus with our banter. People go, you can't say that. It's like, yeah, it's our banter.
It's like, yeah, we've been married 30 years. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How are you doing with the wind down there? It's very windy here at the moment.
Yeah, it's been eventful this week, mate. But yeah.
How is it going today? We're on the letter F today for storms.
It's a bit blustery out there, but we had the sound of chainsaws earlier because the council were out cutting all the trees off people's cars.
Yeah, because it's and have they started preemptively cutting trees down yet so they don't blow over?
Well, there was a thing last year where a lot of us said about some of the trees that are overhanging properties.
Yeah.
We'll get round to doing that. Well, of course, now that some people have had trees land on their properties, the council are frantically going around with tree surgeons going, yeah, we better cut them down.
Are you owned or still rented?
No, I own, mate.
Oh yeah, because I was going to say, like, for the council, if it's any of their rented property, it'll be like, well, it's cheaper for us to cut a tree down than it is to replace a house that we've. Let's just get the tree cut down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty lucky because the tree that used to overhang us was cut down before I bought the house off the council.
Oh, jolly good. I mean, I always give side eye to the big 35-foot tall fir, spruce, whatever it is at the back of our house.
Yeah.
I think it tends to blow towards the side, so away from the house, but I don't know. And I keep saying to Mama Foxx, I need to get that thing cut down. So every time it goes windy, I have a bit of a worried thoughts.
Yeah, it's one of those, and having seen the damage that they can do.
Well,
if
that thing falls on the house, it falls directly on this room. So
yeah. There's a house down the way that had the tree fall on it, and luckily it hit the lower porch area and the garage area, but it totally obliterated it.
Oh god, yeah, tree falls on your house, your house is gone, basically.
You know, it's down to the foundation of rubble, you know, it's just gone.
It always amazes me, though. You see these trees and it's like, you get this tree and you've got this tree that might be like 40, 50, 60 or even taller, and it might be hundreds of years old, and when it falls out of the ground, the root base is like about a foot long and it's like there's almost no crater.
Yeah, little tap root. It's like,
It's like, hang on, I always thought like the root thing went down as far as the tree goes up.
No.
But it's like a little, it's like you expect a massive crater in the ground, but it's like, no.
No, it's a tiny little ball, isn't it?
Yeah. Really weird. Because I was kind of hoping that if we've got a 40-foot tree, that there's 40-foot roots, that it's never going to move. No. Yeah, although with our trees, the top bit's going like that, but the bottom bit seems fairly steady. So
yeah, no, they've been going around photographing trees and that, and that one's got to go, this one's got to go, and they're marking up the trunks, you know, so the tree surgeons are going to be quite busy around here for a while, I would have thought.
Well, I don't know what the thing at the back of our garden is. I think it's some kind of spruce, but I do know that they grow to be like 200 or 300 feet tall.
Oh yeah,
and it'd be like, it would be really cool to let it grow that long because they tend to. It's like a teardrop shape right now, like that.
Yeah.
But as they get older, it just becomes like 200 foot worth of trunk and then the blob of stuff at the top.
Yeah.
And it would be really cool if you had like a 200 or 300 spruce or fir or whatever it is in your garden in the middle of suburbia.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want that to fall over.
Yeah, I was chatting to one of the women up the road, and she's been here since the early '60s, and she was saying the trees were there then.
Yeah. Well,
she said, but they've grown so massive over the years that they need to be controlled now.
Well, we've actually got like 3 or 4 of these sprucey things. I think one of them's like a blue spruce, or I don't know what they are. They're not. Anyway, they're not Leylandia or anything like that.
No.
But the one that's near our house, that was put in the garden when I was about 6.
Yeah.
And I remember as a kid running through the garden, jumping over it.
Yeah.
Now it's like 35 foot high.
Yeah.
And it's as wide as half the garden. It's like, and we've got ones at the back as well. 1, 2, 3 at the back as well.
Yeah. And it's like you say, you watch them in the wind and you're like,
Edward Leonard, we're not doing chat, are we? Edward Leonard has done a bench and belly.
Oh,
he says, belly going to be cheeseburgers. Bench is currently drilling a hole in a grot's ass because I decided that the Ork super cannon is going to be powered by grot farts. I like that.
Oh, brilliant.
I like that. Is it, Edward, is the grot super cannon? I can't remember now. Is that the one where you've got the grot picking his nose? I think that's the super cannon grots, isn't it? There's one that's got his finger up his nose, having a good gold dig.
Oh, bless him.
Yeah.
It's good that he's getting on with it now, bless him.
Panzer Cat says, F for storms. This next one is called F me, it's windy out. Yeah, this is the thing, right? I saw the list of 2022 storm names for the UK. I think it's for UK it's shared between UK and Denmark or something weird like that.
Oh, wow.
And they have a list of 26 storm names every year that they use to designate the names, and they go around them. I think it's just so they can refer to them historically and stuff, and they can specify them out. But it starts at A, obviously. And what gets me is, we started the week with Storm Arwen, was it?
Arwen, yeah.
And now we're on F. It's only been 5 days.
Is it Franklin, the next one
Frank,
coming?
yeah, Frank. It's like we've only had like it's only been a week and we've gone halfway through the alphabet already. Crikey, really. But some of them have got like proper Gaelic names. I'm like, I can't wait for the weathermen to like have to try and pronounce that. That should be fun.
Yeah, the UK storm naming ain't as exciting as other countries when they name theirs.
Muse says,
come on, Eunice. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know. Muse says, properly kept trees do no damage. They do if they fall over, though. Yeah. Even if it's a really healthy tree, it can still blow over in a super strong wind. That's the problem. And especially, like in this country, you have to remember that a lot of the fallen trees tend to be like in people's gardens.
Yeah.
So they're not necessarily in the perfect environment. It's like you might have an oak tree in someone's front garden that's only like 3 or 4 foot deep before they hit like concrete or something. So
yeah,
they're going to be quite shallow. A lot of the trees that fall are actually, I don't know if they have it in other countries, but here in the UK from Victorian times, you have a lot of streets that are lined with trees.
Yeah.
So you have like, you've got your pavement, sidewalk for American cousins, pavement and the roadway, and you've got a little square of soil, and there's a tree growing in it. And there's a lot of times they've taken them down and put little trees in there, but a lot of the places, when I go to the local corner shop, I have to walk past a couple of trees that must be 80 or 90 feet high.
Yeah.
And like it's an 80-foot tree with like a 4-foot wide trunk, and it's on the pavement in this little square of soil that's probably only a few feet deep before it goes into the sewers and the rock and the concrete.
And all the pavements lifting up around it.
Oh God, yeah. If you have to, the number of times I've been walking down the pavement and say moved out to let someone go on the inside, like a woman with a pushchair, and of course I end up walking over the raised bit of pavement and twisting my ankle because the pavement goes like that. Yeah,
you're at a 45-degree angle because the tree roots underneath you.
Yeah, so you get these big 80 or 90 foot tall trees in some places where they've only got a very shallow depth before they hit like concrete and building materials, because they've got the road and the pavement, and then on the other side of the pavement you've got somebody's front garden. Yeah. So they're not really anchored in.
Yeah.
So
that's the utility companies, when they want to lay a cable, they just dig under the root and put the cable in, and of course it weakens it even more.
Yeah. So a lot of it really is, I mean, a lot of the trees that fall here, and you have to remember that first of all, a lot of the healthier ones are just because they're in terrible ground. They're not naturally planted. But a lot of the ones that do fall are ancient.
Yeah.
I mean, if you read through the news, a lot of the trees that have fallen over the past few days have been like 400 years, 500 years, 700 years, 1,000 years. They're all ancient oak trees and stuff that have been around for hundreds of years. So
that's the thing, isn't it?
It's several. I remember learning this at school. It's called weigh and tow. It's when a tree does that, it's called the weigh and tow. It rocks and very slowly over time just basically it digs itself out. Because it's pushing backwards and forwards. I always remember that weigh and tow. I don't know why it's called weigh and tow, but it is. So,
yeah. And the minute it goes beyond that certain point, that's it. Gravity takes over.
Because I mean, a healthy tree won't snap in half and collapse, but a healthy tree can fall out of, just be uprooted by a strong wind, or because it's been there for 500 years and it's been rocking back and forth for hundreds of years. So, yeah. And you have
most of the ones we see up have still got all the root bowl and everything intact underneath it. It's just ripped it straight out of the ground.
Yeah, you see a lot of them. It's just literally gone. But that's the thing as well. Again, is a lot of the people that have trees on their property in this country. A lot of them have just got small gardens. Like our garden's only like I don't know, about 15 foot wide.
Oh right. Yeah.
I don't know. How wide is it? I don't know, 15, 20 foot wide, maybe something.
Yeah, we're lucky here. We've got quite a big garden, so...
Well, it's about maybe 20, 25 foot wide, and it's quite a long garden.
Mm.
But, I've got a 40-foot tree 20 foot from the house.
Yeah.
Do the mathematics on that if that falls over.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the problem. It's small gardens and large trees, especially if it's an old, like, Edwardian or Victorian house, because we've got lots of old houses, don't forget. Some of the houses might have trees that are 100 years old, more, a couple of hundred years.
Yeah.
Especially if you go to where I live, some of the posh areas where they're proper Victorian Georgian houses, they've got the original trees.
Oh, they've got the original trees that were put up way back when.
Yeah.
Put up but planted.
Yeah, you go to some of the streets and they're lined with these old oak trees that are like, hundreds of years old, and they've got these trees in their gardens, and they're all like, thousands of feet high and hundreds of feet wide. And there's always some dumbass driving a car into one at some point.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of very old trees and very rubbish ground. And being very close to houses, that's the thing.
Yeah. Didn't see the tree there. How could you not see the tree?
And Jasper Carrot doing his insurance claim descriptions. I was driving along and this tree jumped out in front of me. Wait, what?
Yeah. He had a disappointed look on his face as he slid over my bonnet.
Yeah. Yeah. Panzer's gone, I think. Talking of weather and storms, time for me to head off on my commute. Take care all. Catch some of you in the hangout during the week. Foxx, that is a challenge. What's a challenge? I've forgotten already now.
You don't going in the hangout.
Oh, that's true.
You're bad.
I know. There are businesses that can actually move them to replant them, says Muse. Yeah, there are. I mean, like I say, the one we've got in our garden here, I'm loath to have it cut down, but I think we're going to have to get it cut down because I love it to bits. But it's 40 foot tall. It's. I mean, like I say, that kind of tree can live for hundreds of years, so it's probably not going to fall down anytime soon. But if it does, it's close.
Down here, the local council, if it's a tree of particular type or interest, they'll uproot it and they'll just replant it in a woods somewhere to preserve it. But
yeah, some trees are listed.
if it's a generically landy or something like that, a nuisance tree as they call it, they don't bother with it.
Yeah, if you've got like an oak, if you've got a several hundred-year-old oak in your garden, they're going to move. Well, I don't think they can move a several hundred-year-old oak; it's too big. But
yeah, they trim it right down, don't they, and then just take the bulk of it and go and relocate it. But
everybody's saying stay safe to Panzer.
Absolutely.
Steve says, yes, it's been a bit windy here the last few days, so much so I received an email telling me that my wheelie bin is on a speed awareness course on Tuesday. I saw somebody put a picture up and it was like a navigation map from like Manchester down to London, and the comment was like, I'm just going to pop out to get my wheelie bin back. A couple of 100 miles.
Yeah.
We've been lucky. We've not had any damage here. Like I say, we've got
it was like me mum. Oh, it'd half been blustery, she says. I had to go across the road to get me doormat back. I was like, oh, bless her.
I mean, we had that thing fall off the wall, which I don't know why. And we've got a strip of PVC strip of cover from next door's double glazing in our front garden. That's about it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, it's just weather. We'll live through it.
Absolutely.
There's more important things to worry about.
Exactly.
Like what I'm having for dinner. It's very important.
Well, yeah, sustenance is always important, mate.
What is your plan for food, dear boy?
Sunday roast is pork, mate. Bit of pork today.
Bit of pork. Don't know what we're having.
Pork handles.
The first question I ask myself is not what shall I have for dinner, but can I be bothered making anything, or do I just order a takeaway?
Oh dear.
That's always the way.
What takeaway are you ordering then?
Oh, I don't know because if I don't know what to make. You see, if I make anything, I've not thought anything out, so it'll have to be something that doesn't need defrosting, and that'll be either fish fingers.
Yeah.
We've got like cod in batter and cod in breadcrumbs and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like Findus, whatever, bird's eye, fish and chip shop fish stuff I can do with chips. Again, doesn't need defrosting. We've got a bag full of massive Cornish pasties that, for some reason, they're really nice, but Mama Foxx seems to have lost interest in them. So whenever I suggest them, she's like, oh no. So, I don't know.
So the default is you'll go downstairs, say to your mum, what do you fancy? And she'll go, KFC, and you'll go, yes, result.
How did you know? Well, this is the problem we've got, though, because like that would have been the way normally, but it's like we've given up on KFC now. Because they're far too incompetent.
Orders,
they're just absolutely incompetent. Whatever you order doesn't guarantee you're going to get. It's either half of it's going to be missing, or they'll just send you 3 sets of. It's like we ordered like 2 lots of mash and some rice and stuff, and we just got 4 bags of chips. I'm like, thanks.
Oh really? Yeah, you don't need that.
Yeah, we haven't got mash, just your chips.
Yeah.
It's in one way it's not their fault because it's down to the online ordering thing, just not saying that things aren't in stock.
Yeah.
But then sometimes it does because you can't order a burger because you're not going to stop.
It's a bit strange, isn't it, how that system seems to work.
Yes. Steve says, if you've got rubbish you need to get rid of, tip it in your neighbour's garden and blame the storms.
Good shout.
Yeah. I was quite happy because when we had the first storm on Monday, because of course I've not done anything, I've not cut the grass or anything since winter came on, so it's been a good couple of months, and because we had the storms earlier in the year, the whole garden was just awash with like leaf debris and bits of twigs and branches and stuff and all kinds of mess. The arch that the rose bush has grown on has gone like that, so the rose bush is everywhere like a bad hair day. And I'm like, oh, it's going to take me forever to clean all this up before I actually get round to... Because all the leaves fall off the trees and you get all that leaf litter. Had all the storms on Monday. I looked in the garden, it's like nothing. It's just pristine. I'm like, that's just brilliant. Somebody else can deal with all that then.
Yeah, fair play to you, mate.
Yeah. Well, they'll probably all be in the pond now and there'll be like no water left. So you're having Sunday roast, are you?
Ooh. Yeah.
It sounds much better than whatever I end up having.
Yeah, I should be having that later on tonight.
Got last shopping order I did. I ordered a great big chocolate fudge cake.
Oh, right, yeah.
And the other day it was like I made Mama Foxx some dinner. She sits there and munches away on biscuits and things all day.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, I'm not really hungry because I've had loads of biscuits and stuff. I said, okay, well, see how you're feeling a bit. So in the bit she was like, do you want anything? She went... I said, I can do you a fish and a chip. And she went, okay, I'll have a fish and a chip, like a little fish thing and a few chips. So she wolfed that down completely. Oh, yeah, I'm totally full now. I can't eat a thing. Do you want some chocolate cake? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but it's cake, isn't it?
Yeah, and then this thing is like this big. It's like about a foot across. She ate half of it.
Oh.
And she normally got an appetite of a sparrow, but over the course of about 2 hours, she had like four portions of it. I'm like, wow, you've got an appetite on you today, haven't you, girl? She went, yeah.
Oh, good for her.
Paul Di Tommaso will be having jumbo beef hot dogs. I like the sound of beef hot dogs.
Yeah, sounds nice.
I don't think I've ever had beef hot dogs.
No.
In fact, I don't think I've ever had beef sausages. That's a point.
Really?
Yeah.
How strange is that?
I've never come across beef sausages. It's always pork, isn't it? Although we have got some veal sausages in the freezer.
I do like a bit of Aberdeen Angus.
Oh, Aberdeen Angus. Oh, my favourite beef of all time. Nothing beats Aberdeen Angus. Even McDonald's Aberdeen Angus was passable.
Yeah.
And that's McDonald's, come on. That's not even meat. It's barely food.
Yeah, the clue's in the description, isn't it? It's like,
What are you doing?
Cleaning a paintbrush.
Ooh, all I've done today is put on a few decals. I'm just going over them with the Microset and Microsol to get rid of
I've just been putting down base layers of different stuff just to try to concoct an idea in my head of the direction I want to go in. So.
Well, I shall let you show me in a moment when I put you full screen with the power of magic.
It's not spectacular.
Oh, don't matter. That's the whole point. We all know that when you're in the middle of working on something, it only comes together at the very end.
Absolutely.
Let us see with our eyes. Look at the state of that cleaning soap. Oh, that's proper filth, that is. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's a sign of well-used cleaning soap, that is.
Brilliant, isn't it? Look at it. Gnarly.
But it still smells fantastic.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, just the beginnings of a bit of metal, bit of yellow, bit of copper, bit of plating, just working my way round, bit of leather. Get the base layers down, then I can start. Bit of chipping, bit of rust, bit of detritus. Yeah.
Detritus.
And this is only a small part of it. There's another section to go on here. There's the big cannon that goes there. There's another cannon that goes here.
Yeah. And not forget, of course, dirty great big squig.
Exactly, and the big arse squig. So there's a level lot to do. So, yeah, this was just keep build and build. Just do a bit of painting for today. So
I don't know which is going to take you longer, actually, the machinery or the actual squig.
Squig, I think.
Yeah, because machinery is fairly straightforward, isn't it? But squig is all organic.
Well, the machinery, you can orkify it, chip it, rust it, and do it whereas the squig, you kind of got to be a bit more considerate about. It's got to be a bit more organic. That's the word.
What's that black thing on your right hand side? Is that a wet palette?
Oh yeah, that's a wet palette, mate.
Ooh, is that the army painter one?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah. Army painter wet palette. You've got storage in the top there that I use for the spares, but you've got brush holder.
Ooh.
And then obviously your palette of wetness.
You use the provided sponge.
Yeah, actually, yeah. It's the provided sponge in there. It's really good.
How many sheets of paper do you get with it?
50, I think it was.
50, and you can buy them separately, can't you?
Yeah. I just bought 2 packets, but yeah, really good wet palette. Comes with a rubber bandy holdery type thing to. Yeah.
Rubber band, I come bouncing back. That's wrong.
Really, really good wet palette, mate. And it's, for me, Foxx, it's quite an handy size, as you can see. It's not massive. It's just
Because I often watch things like, you watch Duncan paint and other people, and they have these like big square wet palettes, and it always looks really nice and neat, and they've got a sponge underneath. And I look at mine with its bit of kitchen roll, I'm like, well, yeah, mine's always carnage, and theirs always looks neat. Normally I use the big A4 one with the ceramic tile in it, but I just got this one to go in the projects box. And I must admit, I tend to use that now because it just sits on the bench. Is it in your store of goodness? Yeah. Send me a link, dude. It's not, but it will be. It will be in about 10 minutes when you've sent me a link. Yeah, send me a link from your store. Cool. Yeah. No worries, mate. We'll do. What's chat doing? Oh, let's take me off of full screen so that the folks Steve says, bench made crestless chicken. What? Oh. What's crestless chicken? I mean, it's chicken without a crest, but what? I don't understand what that means. What's crestless chicken? Do you have any idea? No idea, mate. Does he mean boneless chicken? Crestless chicken? Crestless chicken, bacon, mushroom and cheese quiche. About to make an unboxing video of my build for the Modeller's Mess 48-hour build next month. Oh, nice. It says Belly Wars quiche and benches editing. Okay. It's all about the buttery biscuit base. Ooh. Lynn says it's time for you to stand up, Colin. Yeah, I am. I'm literally just stood up. Oh, God. I forgot to set my Naggy alarm, didn't I? No, she was bang on. She's good. Yeah. Good girl. I forgot though. I'm bad because I forgot my alarm. What I think we'll do, I'll do one last run of Micro Sol or whatever it's set on here, and then we'll call it a show. I think you can go and rest up for a bit. I can go and sort something out for dinner. Make sure Mama Foxx has actually made herself a brew, which you won't have done because she's a terror. You'll get downstairs and you'll catch her balancing on the edge of the settee. Yeah, doing something. She was very good today. I went in to get her up. Yeah. And she went, no, not yet. So I went in 20 minutes later and she was getting herself up. I'm like, bonus. Oh, happy days. Normally I've got a struggle on my hands. But, hey. Bless her. Because she likes the duvet, does our Mama Foxx. She's getting there, mate. She's getting there. Slowly. She's got a bad back at the minute, so it's making her really grumpy, which is, always fun. Yeah, bless her. Yeah, she's been through it, isn't she? She's probably getting fed up with it, to be honest, mate. Yeah. But I normally make her like a brew every hour to keep her hydrated, but when I do a stream, you can guarantee I'll go downstairs in the stream and she'll just about be making herself the first brew. And I'll be like, oh, you're supposed to have had 2 brews by now. Would it pay to have a little flask for her? No, she can't. No? She's got the shakes and she couldn't really cope with that. Oh, right, yeah, of course, yeah. She's got these really funky cups with lids and stuff, and they're really cool. What, them? No, it's like they've got 2 handles. They're exactly the same as the ones you get in hospital, but like wider. Yeah, I know the ones, yeah. So they're clear. It's important that they're clear so I can see how much she's actually drunk. Yes. But we managed to find some that hold 300ml. Oh, bless her. And she's quite good with them. She quite likes them, so... It's good that she's staying hydrated at the end of the day. I mean, but without any choice of her own, she's more hydrated now than she ever was before. By God, is she ever. But the good thing is, it means I stay hydrated, because every time I make her a brew, I make myself a brew, so I'm just, like, pissing like a racehorse all the time. Absolutely, you're properly getting your pipes cleaned out then. Yeah, Andy McLeish says, squeeze Burke. Oh, and he says crustless chicken, not crestless. Oh, crustless. Yeah. Good boy, says Lynn. Festa does as he's told. Big flask with a long straw. Absolutely. I even have to let Mama Foxx use the big pink straw when she has a can of Dr Pepper. Yeah, pink straw of goodness. Yeah. Yeah, but don't forget, though, the reward for you doing that is you do get the best Mama Foxx belches. Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, it's so funny, like, when she goes to bed at night, she'll... she went through a phase once where if I gave her a hug and squeezed her shoulder, she'd burp. But then at one point she she'd been perfectly fine. She got into bed. She just sat forward to pull the duvet up and did this biggest burp I've ever heard.
Oh, bless
And it went
her.
on for about 20 minutes. I was like, wow, where did that come from? I don't know, but I've just shed about 6 stone.
Oh, bless her heart.
And my pants fit now.
She's a legend.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll call it there. I think we'll call that a show.
No worries,
Go and
mate.
get ourselves sorted out. Thank you to everyone who's been watching. Very kind of you to all come along. I know times and schedules are up and down at the moment with the start time and stuff. I can't guarantee a start time. I can't wait to get back to my 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock slot, but you know, I have to sort my
Yeah,
Foxx
but
out first.
circumstances at the moment, mate, are beyond your control, aren't
Yeah,
they? So-
my Foxx isn't getting up till after 3 o'clock anyway, so not much I can do about that. But yes, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your patience. Do remember, of course, like and subscribe. If you want to make sure you don't miss out on any live streams, because I am random now, make sure to hit the notification bell. Don't forget, of course, if you want to help support either of our channels, you can become a patron or a channel member. You can go to patreon.com/modelmakingguru. The address is on the bottom of the screen there. Or you can click the join button to become a channel member. Either way, you'll get loads of cool free stuff. If you remember, you get a free emoji in the chat. And with either of those, you get access to 24/7 Zoom Hangout, live Zoom Hangout, where you can hang out with everybody else. And also a 24/7 Facebook chat associated with that. And you can do the same for Colin. That is, of course, his channel is Festa67's Workshop. So it's patreon.com/Festa67's Workshop. And, of course, join button on his content for the same goodies.
Absolutely, folks.
Yeah, Colin, thank you very much for joining me as always.
Always my pleasure, mate,
Right,
and thanks to everyone in the chat for joining us.
Yeah, esteemed co-host as ever, and thank you to Simon, who's not here, for joining us as the background chat dolly. At some point, we'll get him on camera. At some point.
Yeah, it will happen.
But we'll have to make sure he never does any painting, because otherwise we'll just look like absolute chimps.
Oh, mate, yeah, that's when I sell me painting stuff.
So what we'll do is we'll say, right, Si, you can come on camera now, but you're only ever allowed to build stuff. You're not allowed to paint anything. You're not allowed to do that, because if you do paint something, just paint it like really badly, so we don't look like
Yeah,
chimps.
should we just send him a couple of 2-inch paintbrushes and a roller?
Yeah. And a
So,
little
you
metal.
can paint.
We'll have to send him a little metal bar so we can beat the devil out of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, send him one of them big afro wigs.
Oh, God, yeah. Anyway, that's going to do us, folks. Thank you so much to everyone for watching. I will be back with Colin, of course, and Ted and Chris, hopefully tomorrow for E-Models Monday.
Absolutely, mate, and sure what's in store, mate.
Oh, bugger it is, isn't it? Oh, my broadband
Yeah.
might be off again tomorrow. No, it won't be.
Yeah, of course it will.
But yeah, so we'll be back for that, and I'll try and do something during the week, either live stream. I'm going to have to try and film some part work stuff this week for the Dodge Charger. So I'll try and get that done. Again, it's just finding the time. And I know there's something I've got to film for E-Models. They're sending me something to film, so I've got to do that. So hopefully, but I shall see you during the week. If not, I'll see you on Colin's Festa's Friday Frolic.
Yeah,
I'll get the words right eventually.
the Friday Frolic with Festa and Foxx.
Yeah, that's the one on Colin's channel on Friday, if not before. But until then, take care of yourselves. Go make something awesome. Go be awesome.
Adios, amoebas.
God damn it! I did pause there, didn't I?
I did, yeah. I was like, is he? Isn't he? Is he? Isn't he?
No, it's Timotei. It's Samsara. Adios, amoebas. Like and subscribe.
Ta-ra, folks. Stay
Bye.
safe.
Bye.